Come on, Annie. Let's go to the movies.
This is the Cinereelists, episode 740. My name is Kyle.
And my name is James.
My name is Zach.
And we're here to talk movies, movie lists, and movie obsession for the next hour or so. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Thank you,
Good.
Kyle.
Thank you. Yeah, how's everyone's weekend going?
Why are everybody so mellow?
Because it's just chill, man. Like,
I feel like there's a little pre-show chat. We were not mellow, and now everybody mellowed like the second we hit record for some reason.
I just want to take it down a notch, guys. Like, let's just jam. Like,
All right.
movies, right?
Know what I mean?
Are they? What is it? Zach, movies. Wait, that's too much. Zach, movies.
Is this
what is it?
Beat poetry we're doing right now, or
Movies are a window into the soul of the creator.
have you guys
terrible.
Oh, I never said I was good at beat poetry.
have you guys ever done beat poetry?
Never. You would not. Yeah, no. I would never do it.
Why? Are you against?
I hate beat poetry.
Do
I
you?
hate slam poetry.
Really?
Oh, it's cool because I talk like this. No,
Wait.
I hate it.
You never watched Def
Wow.
Comedy Jam? Or wait,
I watched Def Comedy Jam, but that was stand up. That wasn't.
no. They had a beat poetry version of that show.
No, I did not watch the beat poetry version of Def Comedy Jam.
I forget what that was called.
I think slam poetry is one of the coolest art forms. I love it.
And that's why you're so cool, Zach.
It was called
What?
It was called Def Poetry Jam.
Nope.
It was on HBO. It was It turned into a Tony Award winning Broadway show.
When I was downloading Def Comedy Jams on LimeWire back in college, I skipped over the poetry jams. I'm like, nope, don't need to hear that.
Well,
Zach, why do you love slam poetry so much?
yeah, right.
Well, I think a big reason is because I've listened to it, and so I know what's out there. As opposed to someone who admits to avoiding it and thinks that it's only interesting because of how they talk.
Just because I try to avoid it doesn't mean it doesn't find me.
Sure.
I was a teacher in middle school for like 12 years, and man, middle school teachers love their slam poetry.
You know it's overrated? Euphonium music.
Take that back.
So yeah, slam poetry is awesome. I love any spoken word. I mean, obviously there's good and bad spoken word, but
yeah.
Any spoken word.
To be honest, I've only seen like bits and pieces here and there, other than Def Poetry Jam, and I loved Def Poetry Jam. I watched a lot of that back in the day.
James, would you at all be interested in me sending you some of my favorite poems?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I'm down.
There used to be a podcast that every day would release a new poem, like said by the artist,
Okay.
a slam poem or spoken word, and it just every day you get a new one, and there are some great ones there.
Sounds like Kyle's worst nightmare.
Daily slam poetry right to the trash.
No, I'm into it. Yeah, send me whatever.
They will. Okay.
Totally.
My
You
favorite
guys
ones
wanna
are
hear-
pretty intense, though. I hope you're okay with that.
Are any of them funny and or like insulting to other people? Because that was a lot of Def Poetry Jam.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Most of mine are more intense rather than funny, but
It's just what
there
I'm.
are
It's
funny
just
ones.
what I'm used to be honest. I don't think I've experienced any other style in full like I have those other, the stuff I've already described.
Maybe for
so.
Patreon, we'll do a listening session.
Oh God.
Kyle can rip on it, and I'd love to see him try, and then
I-
James can.
I always
think I'm busy later, guys.
I always thought it would be fun to do like a listening party with you guys where we just like once a week somebody brings an album and we just listen to it in full on Patreon.
Sounds fun to me.
As long as Zach doesn't bring his like top 50 favorite slam poetry hits album or something like that.
I'd be fine with it.
Slam in the 90s.
I don't know about
pretty
I don't know
sure-
about 50. I don't want to do like a 4-hour recording, but
I'd be willing to bet that Kyle's biggest exposure is from How I Married a Max Murderer or whatever that movie is.
Never seen that movie.
is there
No.
slam poetry in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's bad beat poetry in it.
Sure.
Do you guys want to hear a bad joke? Not a not a
Sure,
distasteful joke, but just like a bad joke. Okay. How do you know someone's a vegan?
They'll tell you.
They'll tell you. How do you know someone does CrossFit?
They'll tell you.
Tell you.
They'll tell you. How do you know someone does slam poetry?
Kyle will make fun of them.
They'll tell you like this.
You're right. That was bad.
I gotta smile. Zach's smiling. He's not laughing audibly on podcast, but
I
I gotta
laughed.
smile at Zach.
I heard a chuckle from Zach.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad. I
Okay,
agree.
I'm not saying it was a good joke, but
No, you
You prefaced it correctly. I would say.
flawlessly. Yep, flawlessly. Speaking of prefacing things, welcome to episode 740 of the Cinereelists podcast. This is a podcast where we talk about movies, believe it or not, which we are going to do today. Specifically one movie. Others might come up. We're going to talk the new theatrical release from David Robert Mitchell, I think is his name. The End of Oak Street, aka Dinosaurs in Suburbia. Not an official subtitle, just one I've given it.
James editorializing already.
For sure. Which I think they should have put on the poster, to be honest. They should have put that everywhere because I saw it with two of my family members and invited others, and all of them had never heard of this movie before.
Really?
Yeah. And just had no clue what it was. And that stinks. So I think people just don't know what it is. Anyway,
I would have loved to see this movie without knowing anything about it, because it would have been fun to see at what point would I have guessed what it's about.
sure. Yeah. I mean, probably the first time a dinosaur showed up on the screen.
Yeah, but if I could have figured it out before then,
Oh, okay.
You could have maybe figured out by the poop.
Yeah, maybe
Yep.
the poop.
Yeah.
maybe.
Spoiler alert.
That's not don't just because we mentioned a moment in the movie does not make it a spoiler.
So episode 740, we're going to do that. We're also going to play a Cinereelists movie trivia game that we've been wanting to play for a few months here. Before we jump into that, anybody got any check-ins or anything like that? I do.
Oh.
A package mysteriously arrived at my house a month ago, maybe longer. You can kind of probably tell what it is. It came from Kyle. It's not my birthday, so I have no idea what this is or why he sent it. Zach, did you get one of these and you just ripped it open haphazardly?
Yes.
Okay. What did you?
Zach
what did you
cut
get?
his in half.
Whoa.
What did you
James. James, hold on.
James has a large kitchen knife.
get? I'm just
I don't
opening the
answer-
box.
I don't answer questions under duress. All right. I don't deal with terrorists.
Wait, James, when you need to open something, do you always go for a large kitchen knife, not like scissors or?
I mean, I'm cutting something, so why not get the thing that cuts
Hold on.
best?
You are cutting it. You're holding it weird. And why did you get the largest possible knife to do this?
That's for like cutting
steak
chicken
knife.
bones.
Yeah, a steak knife could have done this, James.
What do you mean I'm holding it weird? It's a
You're holding
knife.
it backwards. You're holding
you
it
keep
backwards.
holding it up like you're Michael Myers.
Yeah, he's holding it backwards right there.
It's not
Oh, I
backwards.
see what you're saying. Yeah.
laid
you're-
out.
No, you're supposed to cut away from yourself. And so if you're cutting away from yourself, that's how you would hold it. It's not
Everyone
crazy.
knows when you're opening a package with a butcher knife, cut away from yourself.
No,
That's-
not everybody knows. It's just I've made videos of me unboxing things before, and people have left comments to cut away from myself.
Because you're
Do they
using a
also
gigantic
comment
knife.
on the butcher knife. Yeah.
I'm
You
just
wouldn't
saying.
get those comments if you just used the butter knife.
Well, okay. I mean, he needs a sharp edge.
Yeah,
But
a
I'm just
steak
sa-
knife would have been fine.
A steak knife would have been just fine. Yeah.
Zach, so what did you get? Do you
I'm trying to
remember?
remember. I'm trying to remember.
Well, I'll
Man,
open
good
this
thing I
while you
sent Zach
remember.
something else. This would be really awkward right now.
What's that?
It's a good thing I sent you something else. This would be really awkward right now.
Yeah. it would be very awkward.
Zach, I sent you.
There's just been a few tranches, so I'm trying to remember what's the most recent one.
This looks like a poster. I think I know what it is, but let's see if
Was it
Zach,
Men in Tights, Kyle?
Well, I think it was Men in Tights. Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
sent you Men in Tights. Yes.
Zach,
Bill Murray.
can you tell what poster this is just
That's
by
Bill
that?
Murray.
What movie?
On Blue, man. Bill Murray on Blue. I hope you didn't get I mean, it kind of looks like toys, but he wouldn't give you toys. You don't like toys.
Bill Murray's not in
Bill
toys.
Murray's not in toys,
Exactly.
so certainly.
That-
Who? I would love a toys poster. What are you talking about?
You don't like toys like I like toys.
There's a whole commentary of both of us talking about how much we love toys. There's proof that I like toys.
I mean, you like toys.
I'm pretty sure we liked it equally.
No. That's James.
Is it
I remember that Bill Murray's not in it.
Kyle? This is awesome. I'm not saying what it is because I want to see if Zach can guess.
Okay.
It's Bill Murray over a blue.
Yes.
Ghostbusters. It's got to be Ghostbusters.
No. What if I showed you this?
What am I looking at? Oh, is that Groundhog Day?
It is Groundhog Day.
That's cool.
Groundhog Day poster.
Yes.
Two-sided, so it's a real theater poster.
Are there no
It's
hands
real.
on that clock?
No.
His hands are on that clock.
There's 2 hands on that clock.
That is
Good
interesting
question.
that he's holding up his hands in the clock.
Well, it seems like he's pressing against the clock.
He's stuck in time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his fingers are actually, I've looked at this many, many times and did not put that together. That he is trapped in the clock. And you got what's her name? Andy McDowell?
Andy
Mhm.
McDowell.
Andy McDowell.
Yeah.
Not
looking good.
Andy.
That's what I
It's
said.
Andy.
Andy.
Annie.
It's no. Oh
Andy?
no.
It's Andy McDowell?
It's Andy.
100%.
Oh, it's
and
not
it's-
Annie McDowell?
ANDIE.
All right. I mean, I believe you. I don't see why you would lie about it.
I'm looking at the name on the poster, so I hope you believe me.
I like how James is still showing us the back of the poster also.
There
Do you
we
know
go.
Andy
Oh.
McDowell's daughter?
It's Margaret Qualley.
I knew that, but did not know that when you asked, to be honest. But I had heard that before.
Margaret Qualley put Andy McDowell in a movie recently, and Andy McDowell was like, "Yep, I'm a nepo mama now," or something like that.
Also, her real name is Rosalie Anderson McDowell.
Rosalie Anderson.
Yeah.
Andy's a good idea.
Well, thank you very much, Kyle.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You seriously, like all the posters in the last 2 years or so is like an embarrassment of riches. I need like a basement where I can just hang posters everywhere because I have too many good ones and I don't have any space to display them.
I think this is just me trying to encourage you to buy a house. That's all.
I don't want to take care of a house. It's a big pain in the butt.
It's fine. It's not that much of a pain.
I mean, it'd be cool.
You
like
live in your basement, Kyle.
Only because my kitchen is not even a kitchen right now. It's just a bunch of plywood. So,
temporarily lives in the basement.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just for the next 4 months.
In 8 to 10 weeks, 4 weeks, I wish. In 8 to 10 weeks, I'll be able to move back upstairs. Okay.
That's fun. Wow, Zach putting Kyle on blast. I love it. But
I have been given I've given a self-imposed moratorium on getting more posters from Megan's aunt because I have a pile like just unframed ones over here. I'm like,
great.
I
so I'm
noticed
like, I need this one.
you've been rotating your background poster every now and then.
I have been trying to. Well, so right now because we're in the base, where I'm living in the basement and our kitchen's down here, like the wall of posters, I took them all down because I didn't want like kitchen splatter to get on them for a temporary kitchen. So like right now I have a bunch of posters just sitting in frames off on the side. So I've been like, every couple of weeks I'm just putting a new one up. So yeah, you might see a few more rotating through because why not?
Kyle, that
Nice.
wall behind you, can you get on the other side of that wall?
No, this wall is the outside of my house.
Okay. All right.
So I mean, I could dig to the other side of it, but no, I cannot easily get to the other side of it.
What a
So you can't,
weird
like-
question.
What do you mean, James?
Why would you care?
Are you like plotting? No, Zach's wheels are spinning right now. Like the gears are going. I want to
think
know
of
where this
so
goes.
So many reasons why it would be helpful. Like, so here's the 3 that prompted it. Okay.
Okay. Oh, 3. Okay.
One, I thought like, changing it out. You could have a thing where you like, spin a thing and it like unrolls like a continuous stream of poster. So you
yeah,
you don't
like
have to
on
take
an
it
arm.
off.
Yeah.
And it just has rolls of poster behind it that like
Sure.
come out. And then I thought, you could have a movie poster where the eyes you can replace and look through with your own eyes and like, like spy on the room, like through the eyes of the poster. And then I thought you could have the poster where like it comes off the wall and you have a big safe back there.
Well, okay, the safe I could do because I would just have to like, dig into the dirt.
Oh, it's like, because it's basement, so it's just dirt. Okay.
Oh wait, no, it's foundation. There's probably cement back there.
I'm sure they poured concrete before they.
Well, you think they would, but then everything that the renovation people have been finding, like, oh, that's an interesting choice they made there. So who knows what's on the house it's on.
Well, what was the year on this house?
80. It's 82, 83, early 80s.
Mine was 82, and I get the same things every time. Every time a tradesman comes and looks at the original construction, they're like, wouldn't do it this way today.
Right, exactly.
I'm like, great. All that means is dollar signs for them, basically.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
No, we already had our first like, that's interesting. Well, we got to fix that. And here's your bill. Like, great. Appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, I will. I mean, obviously, if I see posters that speak to me for you guys specifically, I will definitely keep going. But
Nice.
I will. Yeah, I'm trying to just back off a little bit because
I love it.
Run out of space here myself too. So
especially original theatrical posters, they are rare at this point.
Yeah. Well, this theater just has like piles of them.
Sure.
And do they just like put some out at a time? Why not just put them all up?
I think my understanding is like there's this whole attic and they just keep like finding different corners of the attic. Like, oh, hey, we found 40 more posters lying around. So
wild.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to episode 740. As we mentioned, we're going to talk End of Oak Street. We're going to get into it in just a few minutes here. Before we jump into that, though, we need to remind you there's a video version of the podcast on YouTube. Go check it out there. Subscribe and watch while you listen. You could also support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Cinereelists. Get extra after show audio, amongst other Cinerealist swag. You could leave us an Apple Podcast review. That's free and easy if you have an iPhone. Please do if you haven't done so far. Or send us an email to heyguys@cinereelists.com. That's heyguys@cinereelists.com. Send a comment, a question, a list suggestion, a movie suggestion, any of those kinds of things. You could also send us an email to win a vintage t-shirt from the 2002 M. Night Shyamalan movie Signs. I've come up with a due date for this.
Oh,
Zach, just so you don't have to suffer through indefinitely. All right.
Okay.
The due date is episode 750.
Okay.
On episode 750, I will announce who has won that vintage t-shirt from the 2002 M. Night Shyamalan movie Signs. This is a brand new t-shirt from the year 2002. Never been worn before. And all you have to do is email heyguys@cinereelists.com and tell me why you deserve the t-shirt. That could be in 2 words or 10 paragraphs or 1 image. I don't care. Just convince me via email. heyguys@cinereelists.com. Links are in the description for any and all of those things. You guys ready to talk the End of Oak Street?
Yeah.
Let's do it. The End of Oak Street is in theaters now. We're going to get into it right after this clip.
Denise! Get out of there! Run!
That was The End of Oak Street, a 2026 American science fiction survival film written, produced, and directed by David Robert Mitchell. This movie is also produced by J.J. Abrams, notably, and stars Anne Hathaway, Ewan McGregor, Maisie Stella, and Christian Convery, amongst others, but mostly them. The official IMDb plot synopsis for The End of Oak Street is as follows. The Platt family bands together to navigate their new surroundings after a cosmic event transports their suburban neighborhood to someplace unknown. pretty good. Pretty good. Kind of leaves the biggest selling point off the table a little bit here. We should say before we jump into this that this review, discussion, etc., will be in 2 parts, spoiler free and spoilers. And clearly, we would start with spoiler free. So feel free to listen on. As of now, we'll let you know when we enter spoiler territory. What'd you guys think of the end of Oak Street?
Just the end.
Just the ending. I
So
don't, I don't care what you think about
section
most
then.
of the movie. Yeah.
What do you think of the beginning of the end of Oak Street?
It depends on what you define that as, probably.
What do you mean? How
When
do you define the beginning of the end of Oak Street?
when in the movie was it the beginning of the end?
Right at the beginning.
No.
The beginning of the end of Oak Street was right at the beginning.
That's the beginning of it.
No. The beginning of the end of Oak Street happened at the start.
Right, but right at the start is the beginning of the beginning. The beginning of the end is later on.
The beginning of the end of Oak Street, sure, but the beginning of the end of Oak Street is at the beginning.
So we're discussing the beginning of the end of Oak Street.
Sure, but the
Yes.
beginning of the end of Oak Street is the same as the beginning of the end of Oak Street.
It's kind of like a double positive, we want to call it. So
Mhm.
it's redundant. Okay.
If you want to talk about the end, or the end of the beginning of,
I just want to talk about the end of Oak Street.
okay, we'll start at the beginning.
That's what I'm asking you guys to do. What'd you guys think of anything non-spoiler in this movie?
So we can't talk the end, is what we're saying, correct?
Right.
We can talk about the end of Oak Street.
No.
Okay, I will go.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of specific things to say.
Okay. Great.
I have been wanting dinosaurs in suburbia ever since The Lost World.
Sure.
Right? Dinosaurs have been kind of co-opted by Jurassic Park.
Kind
Where
of.
kind of.
I mean,
where you-
totally, pretty much.
Yeah, kind of totally.
Mhm.
Where you can't make a dinosaur movie that's not a Jurassic Park movie or Jurassic World. And it's a shame because dinosaurs are awesome. And so we just don't get a lot of dinosaurs in the middle of suburbia, right? But we want dinosaurs in the middle of suburbia. That's what we want.
Okay.
And it's all we wanted for 20 years now, right? 30 years even.
30 years, yeah.
So we did absolutely get that in this movie. So for that, I'm eternally grateful. However, this movie was cheesy. It was a cheesy version of that for the most part. Now, it is interesting that we watched this right on the heels of the last movie that we watched, which
I was thinking the same
The Last
thing.
House.
The Last House, yeah.
Because the premise of The Last House was they don't know why, but they're mysteriously stuck in their house.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have to like survive even though they can't leave their house. The premise of this movie is they don't know why, but they're mysteriously surrounded by dinosaurs. So they are stuck in their house and they can't leave their house. Like, it's very interesting that they start with a similar premise. Now, the way that they're handled and where it goes is very, very, very different.
Right.
They spend quite a bit of time outside their house.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I thought this movie was fairly cheesy, which is fine. It doesn't mean it's not enjoyable. One thing that I particularly enjoy in movies, I talk a lot about pet peeve tropes I have in movies. One that this one has that I love. Anytime a movie does this, I'm through the moon. I love things deleted and like sections of things are just deleted from existence. So like if something occupies the space and then disappears, I love when it like we see the cross section or like the
Oh,
cutout.
yeah. Okay.
I think that's really fun.
You're talking about like a tree specifically?
Well, I was talking more about walls. There was one scene that had walls.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm
yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, walls. Yep.
Yeah.
Another moment where like tree branches are just sort
Yeah.
of. Yeah. Okay.
Really enjoy that.
There's a word for that, but I
what
forget
is the
what
word?
it is. I'll look it up. Keep
Negative
going.
space or something. I don't know.
Nope.
No, that's not the word.
I do have some problems with. Tell me if I'm going too in depth before you guys have even said anything.
Okay.
But let me give an example of the cheesiness that I'm talking about? There's a bully situation at the beginning where like there's a guy that wants to kill this guy because he broke his brother's arm. Okay. So he's walking around with a bow and arrow to protect himself, which again is a little silly. But it's fine. Maybe it's like 80s, naivete. I don't know.
Sure.
At one point, they're on their bicycles, and then the bullies on their bicycles see them. And so they're chasing them. So there's a bicycle on bicycle chase, right? And we see the bullies pedaling as fast as they possibly can because they are on the lowest gear they possibly could. And so they're just pedaling so crazy fast
Yeah.
and like going absolutely nowhere. And I was like, maybe their bikes don't have gears. Possibly that's the case. But I think their bikes did have gears and they just didn't want to go too fast for the filming aspect of it. But it was just so silly to watch him pedaling so fast and like moving so slow.
He's also on a bike a size too small for him.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's part of it too. Like if you were to ride a child's bike, you could pedal as fast as you want. You're just not getting that. You're just not getting that gear ratio.
But any bike related thing in the whole movie, they never got on their bikes again. If you're gonna go outside and there's dinosaurs chasing you, go on a bike instead of on foot. Am I right? Go on a bike. No one considered bikes.
Well, I think if you're gonna go outside, there's dinosaurs out there. You're gonna try and be stealthy, right? You're gonna try and be not found.
Okay. Here's the thing. These dinosaurs are shown to be quick, ubiquitous, and lethal. Okay.
Mhm.
There are dinosaurs everywhere. We are seeing, anytime they show like a wide shot, we're seeing neighbors just being chased by dinosaurs. They spend a lot of time outside their house, walking, making noise, not hiding at all, not being stealthy. Sometimes they'll stop and have a conversation outside. And it's crazy because they are in a very, very dangerous situation. And most of the time they are not treating it like a dangerous situation at all. It blows my mind how they'll just stop and have a conversation in the middle of like Dino Land.
It's not like screaming at each other.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. And then there's specific decisions that characters make, like the 14-year-old boy, he wants to go find his dog, so he makes a very prominent decision in the middle of the movie to leave the house. And I think that is probably the dumbest decision he could have possibly made. Now, maybe he's 14, his frontal lobe isn't fully formed. I get it. But I still, and then I just bad decisions all around. Was the movie entertaining? For the most part, it was entertaining. It would have been more entertaining had it been less cheesy. That's my thoughts. What do you guys think?
So I think I agree with you, Zach, on most points. I even found it to be kind of a cheesy B movie, but I had a good time with this movie. I think just because of the premise, and I don't know if you mentioned that this movie takes place in like the early 1980s as well, which I don't know if it needed to take place in the 1980s, but they said, hey, why not? Like,
Why did it, actually?
I mean, probably just to get rid of the whole cell phone idea.
Nothing worked. No, cell phones wouldn't work anyway.
I know they wouldn't work, but it would be. Well, that's true. I guess, yeah. I don't know if it needed to take place in the 80s, unless it's just trying to be like a throwback to a certain director, style.
Sure.
Yeah, sensibility maybe. So
That being said, it wasn't super 80s. Like as soon as we're in Dinosaur Land, there weren't any major 80s things.
Yeah, no Max Headroom showing up or anything like that. So no new Coke to be found at all in this movie.
Exactly.
No Rubik's Cubes.
Yeah, no Rubik's Cubes.
Yeah. I wanted them throwing Rubik's Cubes at dinosaurs.
This movie is a little cheesy. It's a little B movie. There's definitely characters making silly decisions. They're all. I could probably take the same criticisms I levied against The Last House and levy against this this movie, but for whatever reason, I found this movie so much more fun and enjoyable. And maybe because it is dinosaurs chasing people through suburbia. Zach, you mentioned in like every wide shot, you'll see like a neighbor being chased or eaten by a dinosaur in the background. And there is this kind of mean streak sensibility to this movie where, yeah, people are getting offed left and right. Like, and you think about like a Jurassic Park movie. For the most part, in Jurassic Park movies, are more or less villainous characters or our lawyers. They're the ones who are getting eaten, right? We're not seeing many heroes or just random bystanders.
Yeah.
Being eaten. There's exceptions in Jurassic Park world. I'm not saying that's the only thing, but there's tends to be rules in those movies of who's going to be eaten by a dinosaur and who isn't. And this movie kind of doesn't really follow any of those sorts of rules, which I found to be a little refreshing and fun. So you do see just people being taken off left and right, sometimes in the far background, which I thought to be kind of fun. And I think there's a scene with a neighbor when this movie kind of lets you know, oh, this is the kind of movie that we'll be seeing. What I found to be surprising about this movie is that this movie's PG-13. Do you guys realize that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What do you think it was?
As I was watching it, I'm like, this has to be R. And especially something that happens to a main character, which I don't want to get into, non-spoilery. There's just enough blood and dismemberment in this movie where I was like, this is right on the cusp. I thought this was a light R as I was watching it. And then as I left, I was like, oh, that's PG-13. I was like, cause I think I remember thinking, oh, I could take Galen. I did not take my son to this. I'm like, I could take my son to this. I'm like, this would have been a pretty violent movie for him to have watched.
I mean, I'm not going to argue over whether you should let your son watch something, but I didn't think it was that bad. I thought the tone was B movie.
Yeah.
And even in those, gory moments, it was so goofy that it wouldn't have affected me if I was a young person. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's definitely goofy in those moments, but still,
Right.
like there was more blood and more dismemberment than I was expecting for a PG-13 movie.
Okay.
Especially because you'll watch like other movies and people will be shot in PG-13 movies and there's no blood. Like it seems to be, you watch a Wolverine movie from like the 2000s and it's like, Wolverine 3, PG-13, we're not gonna show any blood. And then you see Logan, and that's like, okay, it's still the same stabby, but now we're gonna add the blood to it. So like I always thought blood being the big decider between PG-13 and R when it comes to violence. But
Sure.
I'm not the MPA, so what do I know? Apparently, but
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely liked the sensibility of this movie. I liked the cheesiness, like the B movie-ness of it. I liked that Ewan McGregor was not this all-knowing hero dad.
Mhm.
I mean, I think in so many of these movies, it's like the dad steps up, or I think I can think about The Last House. We're like, oh, the good thing our dad's an engineer who can make all these crazy contraptions to keep us alive. And this movie, he kind of starts the movie as a loser and sort of a burnout, and he kind of stays that way throughout most of the movie. And so I kind of, I appreciate that we stayed away from that trope. Like none of the family were exceptionally good at survival. I'm not sure why this family survived versus others that didn't, but they seemed just to work together. But I didn't feel like, oh, these guys are special, so they're going to survive. Maybe there's more lucky than anyone else.
Well, it certainly wasn't survival instinct.
No, right, yeah. When the son leaves the house, like there was a fair amount of we must leave the house now. I'm like, no, you don't leave the house. Death is outside.
Right.
Now this is the director of It Follows, correct? Right. And I remember It Follows like has some great moments, as a horror film where there's like things happening in the background which slowly come into the foreground. This didn't have it as much, except for the one scene in the house. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Like that felt like, that moment felt like a, not a prestige director, like a director really flexing some creativity muscles and like going back into some horror roots. I think, but the rest of this movie though, I didn't feel was exceptional in how it was shot or presented.
All right.
James, were there any standout scenes for you? Like,
Stand out. I mean, probably that house scene is
Yeah.
probably one of maybe 3 scenes that I would say.
Okay.
And the other 2 we couldn't talk about right now. But and we can't really talk about the house scene that we're talking about either. But yeah, I thought there were a couple scenes that that elevated. Probably my biggest issue with the movie is that there's only 3 scenes that elevated any of the proceedings. The rest of it was kind of just fun, goofy dinosaur action. And there's nothing wrong with that. I enjoyed most of that for sure. There wasn't really anything in the movie that I would say bored me or confused me, or it's a pretty straightforward survival thriller with dinosaurs set in the 80s in a suburban neighborhood. that is exactly what this movie is for the most part, even with spoilers included. That's what this is. And I think maybe because of the filmmaker, I went into it hoping there would be more to it than what it looked like on the surface. And I'm not sure there's a whole lot more than what you would expect if you didn't come with that baggage. And I can't help feeling like that's a missed opportunity. But at the same time, you dress for the job you want. And so I guess this is probably what he sold to Warner Brothers. That's probably how you get $85 million when your 2 previous movies barely topped $2 million in budget.
Mm-hmm.
Is to promise them not the weirdest dinosaurs in suburbia movie, but the most straightforward. You know what I mean? For the most part, fun.
I agree with you, James.
Yeah.
He could have gone a weird route, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or he could have gone a straightforward route. He went the straightforward route.
Mm-hmm.
But even on the straightforward route,
there's some weirdness.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
He picked straightforward pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a little dark humor, obviously, but he picked straightforward. But even on the straightforward route, he can pick the route of where the majority of the drama and the tension comes from the characters making stupid decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Or he can trust that dinosaurs in suburbia is interesting enough that the characters can make really good decisions and there'll still be drama and conflict. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I just would have rather, all of the conflict comes from them just making the dumbest decisions. Like, why is your bedroom window open? Close your bedroom window. You know what I mean? And there was a scene where there's a dinosaur. I'm talking about the bedroom window scene, so you know what dinosaur I'm talking about. I'm not going to say it because it's a spoiler if you haven't seen it, but there's a dinosaur. And it's banging its head against the door to try to get in. Have you ever in your life heard of an animal of that type banging its head against something to get in? That type of animal does not behave like that.
I don't know if that type of animal knows what a door is.
Well, it doesn't bang things with its head to try to get in to a space. It moves around.
Are we talking about the front door?
No, the window.
The window.
No, remember, the animal came in the window. Then the boy was hiding in his bedroom, and it's banging on the door
with its head.
I'm getting confused with which animal we're talking about.
This animal only has.
Is it white?
It was whitish, yeah.
It's a white animal.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember the. Oh, okay, I do remember because the door was right across the hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's it's like the first thing that animal encounters is that door.
Well, no. This is after it's attacked. It goes downstairs to the kitchen, comes back up, and then it's going after. That type of animal does not bang its head against things in order to get in them.
Sure. Yeah, fair. But also, you're 3/4 of the way through a movie that's been goofy all along. So
I know it was goofy, but yeah, I'm just saying, dinosaurs are interesting enough that the characters could have been smart and everyone behaves in an intelligent way, and it's still be fun to watch. Right?
If you had asked me if I wanted a kind of Amblin-esque Spielberg ode movie about dinosaurs but in suburbia, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds cool. If you had told me, would you like a super serious It Follows-esque dinosaur movie from the guy who made It Follows, I'd be like, yeah, I want to see that more. Because that it sounds very different than what we've already gotten when it comes to dinosaurs. So I agree with you that like I wish the hook wasn't just fun with dinosaurs. Throw all the common sense out, throw all the style out, you know what I mean? Throw all that stuff out and just kind of duplicate what Spielberg has done before with these things, just in a different setting for the most part. And also not as good as certainly that first Jurassic Park movie. But knowing what we got, I had fun with it. This is not a classic, though, in any sense of the word. It's probably the second best it is the best non-Jurassic Park dinosaur movie that's not animated.
The best non-Jurassic Park dinosaur movie that's non-animated.
Yes.
I'm trying to think if I agree with that or not.
There's really not that many.
Sure. I feel like King Kong has a really good dinosaur scene.
I don't consider that a dinosaur movie.
Yeah, that's a dinosaur movie. This is better than 65. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not sure if that's considered a dinosaur movie or not.
65
is considered a dinosaur
Well,
movie.
you guys have
Definitely.
argued about if they're dinosaurs or aliens. They look like dinosaurs.
No, I mean, spoilers for 65. He's the alien.
It's Earth. That's
It
why it's
is
65.
Earth and they are dinosaurs. It's just he's not human, or at least not from Earth.
And the dinosaurs look weird, though. The dinosaurs do look weird. I mean, I think because of Jurassic Park, we have this idea of like what a dinosaur looks like, right?
Mhm.
Because, the Jurassic Park has had their T-Rex or Velociraptors. Science be darned. It's like, this is what a dinosaur looks like. I do appreciate that this movie did update the dinosaurs.
Yeah, we got feathers.
Yeah, we got feathers. We got furry dinosaurs.
Yeah, I like
Colors.
Yep. I think the T-Rex was smaller. Like there was a T-Rex in this movie, but it was not this big, behemoth. The Velociraptors still seemed a little big. Probably to make it more.
Those might not have
formidable,
been Velociraptors. There were other dinosaurs that look like Velociraptors from
Okay.
Jurassic Park. They were that size. They're just
Okay,
not
yes.
called. They don't have the cool name.
with Velociraptor.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They definitely had more of the bird-like features that they talk about in Jurassic Park.
Yes, exactly.
In this one, they kind of showed that lots of like feathers and fur-ish type stuff.
Mhm.
Lots of beaks as opposed to jaws.
And snouts and exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know what was the cheesiest, schmaltziest part of the whole movie? There was a point where she's like, "Can I just take a Polaroid picture of you?"
Sure. Yeah.
Oh,
that was
in front of the dinosaurs.
That was a weird scene, right? It was almost like a Hallmark movie scene. How schmaltzy it was. It was so strange.
But what was happening behind him though was not schmaltzy whatsoever.
Well, no,
So,
but I don't know. That was a weird scene.
I think it was part of that. This movie has like this dark humor sense to it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, here's this ridiculous thing happening. And he's like, oh, here's my moment to take a picture of my husband. And like, won't be funny for us to laugh about this in the future.
Mhm. I mean, it's
That's
definitely
the moment
weird.
she found hope.
Yeah, it's hope.
I liked that moment because that's the type of thing that might differentiate it. Like if you told me this was a Jurassic Park movie and they just kind of like, if leaving out the stuff we're not talking about yet because we're not in spoilers, but like if you left out those plot elements, this is a better version than Lost World: Jurassic Park of dinosaurs in suburbia. It's also the entire movie, whereas in Lost World: Jurassic Park, it was a small part of that movie, even though it was most of the marketing of that movie.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And so I still want to see kind of like a very serious version of this. This is not that movie for sure. I don't think it was ever interested in being that movie, just by the nature of some of the scenes we're not talking about, the Polaroid scene, a couple other things. But I still think this has nothing to do with the movie, but like it's a hard movie to sell because how do you describe this movie to people? How do you get them interested in it? Because dinosaurs have been done. Jurassic Park has ground dinosaurs into the ground. Whatever.
Yeah, but they're always in the jungle.
It's fossilized them.
Yeah.
You said it's always in the jungle.
This is easy to sell. This is dinosaurs in your neighborhood. Done. I want to see that movie.
I don't know as if they're selling it that way. If they are, they're doing a bad job of it. They're not getting that in front of people.
Yeah.
I wanted to see a dinosaur chasing kids through a Toys R Us. That's what I wanted.
That would have been great.
With like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the wall, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder, we'll get into spoilers, but they definitely limit the locations that you might see a dinosaur run through. I'm wondering if those are budget limitations or if he just wanted to centralize the story to a smaller area, or I don't know. But we didn't get a whole lot of dinosaurs rampaging through indoors of anything.
No. Which is why you could be a lot safer just if you stayed in your house.
I don't think you were safe in your house.
You were a ton safer.
Safer, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, just like hiding behind a tree would be safe.
But I mean, we do see dinosaurs get into the house,
Right.
And
through the
they're
open window.
right. But also their way of safe is like, I'll put a board up over this window.
Oh man, the board that the girl like just pulled off herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. They don't even use screws. You can't nail boards with one nail on each side and expect that to withhold an impact.
And they're a strong family too. Like 3 strikes of that nail, like through hardwood into a house frame, and it was in. I was like, wow, that's.
Well, we watched it happen.
Again, these are all things that like contribute to the idea that like clearly you guys agree they're making decisions here. You might not like those decisions,
Yeah,
but
no,
they're all
it's
the
definitely-
decisions are in line with each other. It's goofy. It's supposed to be goofy.
Yeah.
It's not
I think-
on accident that it was goofy.
I think that's why I excuse this movie, but not The Last House. Because I think The Last House was supposed to be a very serious movie.
I think so too.
And so when people did goofy things, I was like, well, that's not the tone of this movie.
Yeah.
Where this one is a goofy movie. So like, okay, yeah, he made a goofy decision, but you know, we're in a different world here.
I think like maybe 40 times during the filming of this, they're like, someone was like, hey, should we? And then they would cut off and say like, look, we're not making The Godfather here. Like I felt like that probably came up a lot during the making of the movie. You know what I mean? It's just
I don't know.
don't worry about it.
I think everybody who was in this movie knew what they were in. And I don't even mean a throwaway movie. I think they were probably pitched like it's a violent, dinosaur movie. We're going to have a silly tone in it. There's going to be a moment with a Polaroid camera that people are just going to leave the theater talking about. That's the thing we're all going to remember about this movie in the end. Maybe that scene in the T-Rex scene. I can't imagine. You really think Ewan McGregor read the script and thought this was a serious movie?
No. Again,
was surprised on set.
He's asking
I
the
want to make a
director,
distinction.
So during the Polaroid picture, what's my character feeling right now? What emotion?
I want to make a distinction between.
Okay.
So there's a spectrum of serious and lighthearted. Okay.
Sure.
I don't think this movie was ever meant to be a serious movie where it's like grim. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And like dour and like dramatic and awful. But then so we're more on the lighthearted side of the spectrum, okay? Yeah. But there's 2 types of lighthearted. There's lighthearted like where it's kind of like a fun tone in a real situation, and there's a kind of like a lighthearted like we didn't try that hard because it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And I feel like this one was like, none of this really matters, so it's fine. Rather than like, guys, we are going to make the best movie we can make with a goofy tone. You know what I mean? I don't feel like that was what they were telling each other. Okay. I think they're like, look, it's just a lighthearted, goofy movie. Don't worry about it, on some of those details.
I think that's all built in.
Okay.
But We can agree to disagree. All right. Anything else? Spoiler or non-spoiler rather? Yeah.
This is the second movie we've watched this year that takes place on my birthday.
They actually dated this movie other than
Yeah,
80s.
They dated it, and they say a specific date. They say a specific date at the end, which so I don't want to get into that because that's my birthday's not a spoiler, but the specificity of the date's the spoiler. So
Okay.
but it actually, ironically, and there'll be more ironically in the spoiler section, Nirvana the band, the movies, the other movie that took place on my birthday.
Yeah. Isn't that exciting?
Okay.
Yeah, I know. That's like two right there. I can think of two movies now that take place on my birthday.
That's crazy.
I don't know of any that take place on my birthday.
James, what is your birthday?
November 4th. I mean, they might.
Oh,
but-
you're just one day off from. You know what? V for Vendetta starts right before your birthday.
Right.
The action, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, that was a little bit of a spoiler, Kyle, but it's all right.
It's not a huge spoiler.
I'm joking. It's not a spoiler at all. It's on your birthday.
Well, everyone knows that all movies that take place on my birthday are a certain kind of movie too. So.
All right. Anything else spoiler free? Are you guys ready to letterbox this, and then we'll jump into spoilers on it? All right, let's do it.
James,
Yes.
Argo opens on your birthday.
Great.
Oh yes, that's right. The Fall of the Shah, famously on James' birthday.
Yes. And Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter
Classic.
depicts Lincoln and Mary Todd's wedding, which happens on your birthday.
Okay. Well,
Which is brutally interrupted by vampires, correct?
Yes.
I've
Okay,
seen that movie, and I can't believe I don't remember that it was a set on my birthday.
It's unfortunate.
You'd think I'd remember that, but I don't. Okay, let's letterbox The End of Oak Street. What are you guys going to give it out of 5 stars?
I'll give it 3 stars.
I'll go with 3.5.
I went 3.5 as well. 3 feels way higher than what you.
I thought it was entertaining.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Zach was giving me a 3. I think Zach was saying it's missing these elements for it to be above a 3.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
I wish every character wasn't constantly making dumb decisions. It still could have been a goofy movie without them just being idiots all the time. Like they'd be running from dinosaurs and then like, hey, let's stop and just chat and then run again. And it's like, come on, guys, keep running or go inside. Most of these houses are empty anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree that they definitely did that in the movie. I just disagree as to. I think it would have been a totally different movie if they didn't do that. Like
It wouldn't have been totally different, would it have?
I think it would have. You would lose the goofy edge if they didn't make a few bad decisions here and there. If they were like expert survivalists with dinosaurs around all of a sudden.
How about average, like median human survivalists?
We don't have to do an hour on this, but you think a 14-year-old boy who just saw his dog get chased away by a dinosaur, you think that boy is an idiot for trying to save his dog?
Let me ask you this.
no. I think you should. I
will answer the question
here.
I will
think you should answer Zach's or James' question.
I will answer the question.
Okay.
I think he is because he had just witnessed his neighbor attacked by 4 pterodactyls.
Doesn't matter. He doesn't even like his neighbor. This is his dog.
Yeah. I think he's an idiot. The dog has clearly survived for this long. He had what's his pterodactyl plan? He just saw 4 pterodactyls rip apart his next door neighbor, and he's immediately going to go outside.
I'm not saying it's a smart thing to do. I just don't think he's an idiot.
Smart is the opposite of dumb, James. So if it's not smart, it might actually be dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. I think from a let me rephrase that.
Okay.
You think a screenwriter who's writing a movie hasn't motivated a 14-year-old enough by having his dog be chased off the screen by a dinosaur to have a 14-year-old decide to go try to save his dog.
They certainly set it up. Now, why did the sister chase after him without telling the parents.
Well, I think
Oh,
she
'cause
saw
she
him
won't get her
run.
mother in
and-
trouble.
And she can't yell to her parents, Johnny just left the house. Help. Get Johnny. Like, she's like, I'll go get him.
I don't
I have a
remember
pterodactyl
exactly what was
plan.
happening during that part. Were they already under attack, or what was happening?
No
Okay.
attack.
It was like the first night that happened.
Mm.
No, I think it was like second night
Everybody's like, okay, it was early. Yes. Yeah.
after the neighbor pterodactyl attack.
Yes. So I believe in that moment, Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor were downstairs and they were having their survivalist discussion of like, we need to start going to houses and getting medicine and food and blah, blah, blah. And I'm really happy this movie did not become that. Like, I did not want the serious survival, like break into houses, hunker down.
I didn't either.
Week
That's not what I'm asking
week
for.
4 of the dinosaurs.
That is not what I'm
Yeah.
asking for.
Right.
That is not what I'm asking
Yeah.
for.
Okay.
But that's what the smart thing. The
No,
smart
James,
thing would have been hide in your home, and wait for the dinosaurs to go by or
Right,
whatever.
but the dinosaurs could come into their home and chase them out of the house. You know, dinosaurs are enough of a chaos element that, like, regardless of if they're I just don't want them to be idiots, right?
Sure.
They can not be idiots, and yet dinosaurs can force them out of their homes. It can make them have to do all sorts of crazy things. They can still get in absurd situations. That's fine. But it doesn't have to be all of their own creating, right? Like, they don't have to bumble their way into more dangerous situations in order for it to be a lighthearted movie.
Question.
Yeah.
When you were watching Jurassic Park back in 1993 for the very first time,
Yeah.
and the kids come back with the old man from just horrific dinosaur murders and stuff happening in front of their face and all kinds of just traumatizing things. And then the kids sit down at a table and eat ice cream. Meanwhile, there's still dinosaurs out there stalking them. Did you think those kids were idiots?
Absolutely not, because the movie sets up they are being guided by this old man, and
Right.
the old man has told them that they're now safe.
Mm-hmm.
And so they trust this man, and so now that they're safe.
So the old man's an idiot.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's established in the movie, right?
But
He's an overconfident idiot in the movie.
No,
Not by that
it's,
point.
it's not their grandfather that brings them back. Sam Neill brings them back. So you're saying Sam Neill's the idiot? Because he's the one who brings them back, leaves them in the cafeteria, and he's like, go off and find Laura Dern or something. And then they're the
Okay.
one eating dessert.
I guess
and
I
then
forgot-
that's when the Velociraptor.
I thought it was the
who
old
does he-
man. For the
who does he
record, I
tell
thought it
the-
was the
yeah.
old. I thought it was the grandfather.
Who does he
too.
tell the flea story to, the flea circus?
Okay, so Hammond tells the flea circus story to Laura Dern. That's when
Okay.
they're eating the melting ice cream. And then something happens and they have to leave there. They have to leave. Sam Neill later shows up with the kids. He leaves them in the cafeteria with all the food and says, like, stay here, I'll be right back. He's going off to find Laura Dern, I think. And then the Velociraptors show up and they run into the kitchen.
Okay.
So
they're
it's
not
Sam
like-
Neill's one who leaves them in the cafeteria.
But he's still like high alert. He's just like, he's not like, we're safe now. He's like, you eat while I go look around.
I mean, he kind of did leave those kids being like, hey, you stay here. I'm going to go find.
Oh, maybe
The
at
love
this
of my
point
life.
he didn't realize dinosaurs could open up doors, right? They're behind doors with handles. Is that the idea?
No.
But remember, they see the shadow in the transparent wall behind them. Lex is like shake. I watched the movie very recently. Lex is shaking. They see the Velociraptor, and then they run into the kitchen. And then at crosscut the same time, Sam Neill says something like, unless they can open doors. And then that's when we see them opening doors.
Okay.
So
And
Let
then
me
also in that movie, you've got the guy who knows what raptors can do, the raptor, wrangler, whatever.
Muldoon, yeah.
Instead of, after knowing what they can do, instead of hiding in like a concrete place, he goes out to hunt the thing. Again, these movies are filled with stupid decisions.
Okay.
Well, no,
so I just
he
want to
hunts
clarify.
it to get so that Laura Dern can make it to the. Okay. Sorry.
Let me clarify something, and then I will just restate my position,
Sure.
and then we can be done with this. So it sounds like James is making the case that like Jurassic Park made a lot of these same choices, which I just disagree with. We can agree to disagree on that. I think Jurassic Park is by far a superior movie because it hit the tone better. With this movie, all I'm saying is I can imagine a world where this movie had a little bit less dumb decisions from the characters, yet still is a fun romp. I can imagine that world. Now, if
for the
James is saying
record-
that's not possible,
For the record, I agree with you.
okay.
But I think, and I don't want to cut you off if you had more than that.
No,
but,
that's good. That's
but
good.
I think if you're going to, I think it was a tone thing more than a stupid decision thing. I think that's probably where we differ, is like the stupid decisions. It was much easier to forgive them in a movie like Jurassic Park that's singing on all the other levels. You know what I mean? Like you can find you can nitpick the stupid decisions all day long if the package didn't work. If the package did work, then all the stupid decisions kind of melt away and they're not really that big a deal, because what resulted from the stupid decisions was so much fun and so well executed that it really doesn't matter if the scenario was completely avoidable to begin with just a little more intelligence. Whereas with this movie, it's not Jurassic Park for sure. 5-star movie, Jurassic Park. This one, barely a 3.5 in my book. And so the stupid decisions are magnified because they didn't pay off near as well as the stupid decisions in Jurassic Park did. That's my only point.
I love how you guys are arguing over half a star.
We're not even arguing over this.
I don't think
yeah.
we're arguing. You think
No, you're
this
not
is an
arguing. No,
argument?
it's-
Yeah.
We are green, Kyle.
yeah, you know what? You guys have more in common than you disagree with when it comes to this movie, I believe.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk spoilers, because we haven't even really talked like some of the, not necessarily more stupid decisions, but specifics about why some characters would make these decisions, maybe. So we're entering the spoiler section. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, you should pause this and come back after you've seen the movie. If you have seen the movie or you don't care about spoilers, then listen on, because we're going to spoil the movie. So what we haven't mentioned, which I think is in the trailer and maybe some of the marketing materials, is that essentially their entire neighborhood, a big circle, big bubble, has been transported to prehistoric times. And so they can't just like get in their car and drive, just keep driving down the road because it's jungle.
Yeah, which is a great plot device. I love that.
Right.
There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, it's the idea that they plop up and the dinosaurs are like, oh, what's this new thing? And the dinosaurs kind of walk into the neighborhood.
Right. Yeah. What'd you guys think of that conceit? And maybe we can talk about how the movie resolved it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're trying, I think it's a fine conceit if you're trying to like, how do we get dinosaurs into suburbia? It's
Right.
like, we can't do genetically engineered. Jurassic Park's already done that. We could just have them appear, but then if they're appearing in a city, then you have police and army and like you have all this services. So I think if you really want to make a movie of like neighborhood gets invaded by dinosaurs, I think this is the simplest, the cleanest way to do it. Of just like cosmic event, and there's a transportation that happens. And then you kind of can then cut to the meat. I mean, because I think this movie is more concerned with the dinosaurs running around the neighborhood than it is the why or the how. Obviously, they do try and figure out how to get out of this, but
The why is
itself-
completely missing from the movie.
oh no, it's Carl Sagan. That's the
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, wormholes.
Sure.
Wormholes, exactly.
I mean, that's the explanation they roughly give you, but there's no
Exactly.
guarantee that's what was happening here.
No, not at all. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't try to explain why it's happening. But
Do-
I think as a setup, I was completely fine with the choice they made.
I don't know enough about wormholes. Do wormholes move around?
Well,
I mean,
wormholes are just theoretical, but
Right, but like
No.
even theoretically, they're in one spot, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought of a wormhole as something like you enter, like that you go to.
Right.
Like a black hole or something.
And
Kinda like a
once
black hole,
once
yeah.
you know it's there, it doesn't move.
So I think
it
what
depends on the
those
sci-fi.
moving little globs,
Mhm.
what those were supposed to represent was like a weakness, like kind of like appearing kind of a thing. Like if you were to stretch out bubble gum and like try to blow through it, some areas would bubble and whatever. And then they were tremors before the big actual wormhole.
Okay. Yeah, so like the tremors had been happening. It's just they're so small that nobody noticed. And then one big one came through.
You can't ignore.
That was the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
And now you're talking aftershocks that are big enough for people to jump through, but not big enough to save the whole neighborhood.
Again, I loved when it would like cut out little circles in the walls all around it. I thought that was really great. I loved that he jumped for it and then it plopped out of existence and he fell on the ground and like broke his leg.
That was a funny moment. Yeah.
I knew that was going to happen, but I still enjoyed it.
Yep.
And I do like that this is a time travel movie where they go back in time like by a day.
Yeah.
And then travel forward too.
Yeah.
They go back to the future.
Yeah. Can one of you guys describe kind of the end of this movie, roughly? The mechanics of the end of the movie?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think we need to discuss some other things.
Sure.
But we can, essentially, the family finds this one of these tremors. And they're like, oh, look, we can look into this tremor. We see it's a neighborhood. So they jump into it. And then when they arrive, they realize that they arrive an hour before the big event happens. So then they have some decisions to make. Okay, we're here an hour before our whole neighborhood gets swallowed up. What do we do with that hour?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was interesting, especially since probably the other biggest spoiler is the father stuff.
Yes. So I mean, for a goofy, dark humor, and sometimes mean-spirited movie, Ewan McGregor does get it in this movie. Shortly after the Polaroid scene, I think, right? They have the Polaroid scene.
Not only
and then there's a chase happening.
Not only does he get eaten, but in front of his wife and 2 kids.
And he gets dismembered first. Like at first, his leg gets pulled off, which was kind of goofy, like green screen. I thought the leg, like you could tell where the leg used to be and how they cut it out. Yeah, but then he gets eaten, like just eaten right in front of the family.
Yeah. And then there's probably 20-30 minutes left on the movie before they get to the future. And then and then they figure out that, hey, if they just warn their dad, then he can get out of the bubble that's going to disappear, and they have saved the day and survived the bubble, essentially.
I think the best justification for this movie being set in the 80s is that she just had a bunch of her neighbors' phone numbers memorized.
Yeah, it's very odd that, like obviously for an emotional moment for the family, they're able to save the dad, quote unquote, by like, they order the pizza because he's delivering pizzas on the side. The dad shows up before the event happens. But like this family of 3 has gone through this trauma of like dinosaurs and seeing this man die. And this other dad is just like, oh yeah, my family called me up on this hill. And it's like, and I'm sure there's some explanation of it, but that doesn't also mean that their other 3, like their other selves are like just condemned to die in the past.
Or would it be a loop?
It's not a loop because
it's not a loop.
She called the people that saved them.
Right. It's because she changed it. Right.
So if it was a loop, those people weren't there.
Right. Couldn't be an exact loop.
So it's a parallel world.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It also is interesting that like she called random people. It was like the librarian and the neighbor.
She called the people that they showed you.
I guess she did call the other neighbor too, didn't she?
Yeah, she called the people whose numbers she had memorized.
Okay, that's right. The people she knew in the neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, didn't she like call them in like 15 minutes or something like that?
Yeah.
And she explained to them and they had time to get out of the bubble? Seems unlikely.
I think she had an hour, right? I think they said something like, it happens in an hour.
No. It was like,
I think it was
20 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it was 20 minutes away.
Okay, I heard 50. Because
no.
You
Because
need
the
enough
girl-
time to get that pizza up there.
That's why 20 minutes was short. But like the girl, they didn't think the girl was going to make it going for her parents. If it was an hour away, the girl could have definitely made it.
Okay, I have a question about the girl.
Okay.
At the
Yeah.
very end of the movie,
There's two of them.
is there two of them at the end of the movie?
Yes.
Okay, so the girl saved herself.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. It was kind of brief. And I was like, wait, is that both of them there? So
It was super brief. Would you save yourself?
no, because I think I don't think you can interact with yourself. Well, I mean, I don't know what the rules of time travel are.
I don't see any reason why you'd explode upon seeing yourself.
Couldn't interact with yourself. Yeah. But I don't know if I want to exist with two. Not that I don't like me, but I don't know if two of the same person should exist in like the same world, the same
Like in a
timeline.
moral way or what?
Yeah,
A logistics
I think
way?
yeah, moral logistics, right? Of like, imagine the parents like, this is your daughter, also this is your daughter, but like, are they the exact same person?
I don't know. If you had two of your son, would you like be morally conflicted, or you just be like, okay, I got two of my son now?
I mean, I think it would be morally conflicted because like I knew this one as my son, and then this other son shows up and says, "Oh, I'm also your son."
Well, it's clearly your son too. I mean, like,
No,
send
no,
him out of the room and bring him back in, and you don't know which is which.
I'm not saying that. I wouldn't say, "Oh, this is not my son," but I'll also be like, "Wait, I'm a parent of one child. Now I'm a parent of two children." And
Well, yeah, but I think you would naturally love both of them very, very easily.
I don't know if I would trust other son.
Really? I mean, you would suss out that it's your son in the whole complete package very quickly.
But why is other son here?
He would tell you.
Because he's like, look, you're not going to believe me, but I was transported back in time
Yes,
with
and
dinosaurs.
it'll be confirmed in 20 minutes from now.
when the whole neighborhood.
Yes.
That's true, because I guess the whole neighborhood does disappear
Exactly.
and then gets swapped
Yeah,
with. Yeah.
I think if you were a parent, you would much rather have two of the same kid rather than one of them showing up and then immediately dying.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
No, I
yeah,
think most
as a
parents would agree with that. But
You're
I
right.
also
I
think
don't
it
want
would,
to see my.
it would be very messy if there were
Yes.
two of me in the world. And like if tomorrow there's two of me, right?
Twins.
But the other version of me lives in my house, drives my car, has the same social security number, knows
Mhm.
everybody I know,
Mhm.
has access to all my accounts. I mean, I like myself, but I don't want anybody to have all that access. You know what I mean? Or like to feel like they own everything that I am and have and are.
But you give yourself
It would
access
get-
to that stuff.
But that's
So you're very comfortable with you having access to it.
right. But
yeah.
like the moment there's two, there's a divergence. Even if like when I make a decision, it's a decision for a reason. I could not make that decision. I could make a totally different decision. Nothing is set in stone when I make decisions on the little stuff and the big stuff. And so I feel like a version of me might make a different decision, maybe even a micro decision different. And now he's on a different path. And our priorities are no longer flawlessly aligned. And over time, those get farther and farther apart. And then it's a problem.
I would say this. If a clone of me showed up,
Mhm.
I would embrace him and be like, look, I've got a twin brother now. He
No.
needs me just as much as I need him.
Zach, would embrace them? Would Julie embrace them?
Right.
Because other you shows up
Yeah.
and other you loves Julie as much as you do. Other
I
you
will say
wants to spend as much time with Julie as you do.
it's messy. It's messy when they're over 18. That's when it gets
Okay.
really messy. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
When
not
there
to
like
be
a
gross,
child.
and we can stop the conversation
Yeah, no,
now.
no,
but
I'm-
like,
we're not
this
into
would get
details.
very
I'm just
messy
saying.
very fast.
That's
Yes,
different. That's
yes.
why we were originally talking about kids, and then we were talking about James. Both of
Sure.
those are a little bit less messy.
Sure.
If I were
Um,
James, I would just have a new roommate and best friend, and we would do everything together.
Until that roommate wants a job and they can't get it because
No,
they have
no,
the
no,
same
no.
social
The
security
world
number.
knows that this supernatural thing happened. They're going to be very accommodating. They will give him a social security number of his own.
Oh,
He's like,
or
"Th-
we can.
That's not the one I
we can-
memorized.
No,
That's
it
not my
doesn't
social
matter. He
security
can get a
number."
job, and they just, according to the IRS, they think I have two jobs. You're right. He can use my social security number.
Okay, let's get back to the movies.
Please.
Before we move on, if you want to explore this concept, you guys should watch Duel from 2022. It is about a girl who has cancer. A company is like, hey, we can clone you, and therefore you can survive cancer, even though normal you is going to pass away. Clone you can continue. Well, then the cancer goes away. And the company who cloned her has rules when this happens, because only one of you can exist in the world because it gets messy. And so she's taught clone her, who she is, who she likes, you know what I mean? Like has given clone her all the details of her life. And clearly the clone didn't experience all those things. And so it has a difference of opinion on things. And the point of the movie is that you eventually fight your clone. It's a pretty silly movie, but it's high concept. Not silly as in End of Oak Street silly, but like just the premise I just described to you. Also a 3.5 for what it's worth from me. Not a classic, but an interesting exploration of exactly what we've been talking about.
James, what are
This sounds sorry. This sounds exactly the same as the Mahershala Ali movie Swan Song from 2021.
I have heard that mentioned in the same breath as well.
Okay. That version is much more the talking version. It's
Okay.
like it's more the not the theoretical, but the ethical. So there's no like kill my clone moments of it, but
Sure.
it's the same setup 100%. So
Yeah.
James,
Okay,
what
sorry, go
percentage chance do you give it that if you had this situation happen and so the exact you from 4 days ago shows up, that at some point you would end up in a fist fight?
I mean, in a fist fight with my clone?
Yeah.
Or my double? I mean, I've never been in a fist fight. So.
Right. But in Duel, obviously they're trying to kill each other. So I'm just asking about.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a machination. That's like it's a scheduled thing in the movie for them to fight.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay.
It's not that they just fight. It's like the company is like, you have 30 days to have a duel and one of you has to die.
Oh, so it's a pun, the title. Like it's Duel and Duel is in two.
Yes.
Oh,
Because
That's why it's spelled as two.
with an A. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. But they actually have a duel.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you imagine me and my clone or me and my other me just like in a jiu-jitsu fight together?
Yeah. The thing is, one of them would win. I mean, like
Well,
it wouldn't just
eventually.
be. Yeah. It wouldn't just be because here's the thing is like, there's probably moves that you're better at defending than executing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
You know-
then,
yeah.
so
You know
then,
what I mean?
yeah, it'd be crazy mental game.
Yeah.
All right.
We're
like-
asymmetric.
The movie
Yeah.
Duel, which we haven't brought up on this podcast, is like, what happens if like people prefer the clone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what does that do to you as a person? You know what I mean? And like, they have most of your traits, but like the personality has changed 1 degree to the right or to the left, and now people like you better.
Go for it, man. More power to 'em.
James, you got to watch
I
Duel
don't know.
and Swan Song. Make it
Really,
double
they're very similar.
Yeah,
I've already seen
very
Duel,
similar.
so I'm not going to rewatch that one. But I'll watch
Okay.
Swan Song. I was intrigued. Honestly, the 3.5 is mostly the concept.
Literally, if there were two of me, I could work half as much. Like I would take every other day. You know what I mean? We would work out an arrangement.
You're so positive.
I know you're.
He's so positive that
Well, it's
Like-
me. I would make.
This is
that's-
all explored. You need to watch Duel because they're like eventually she does the same thing. She offloads all the stuff she doesn't want to do to her clone.
No. Share, not offload. Share.
Even sharing. And at some point, the clone's like, but I don't want to do this stuff.
right. Just so like Zach, you assume because it's your idea, it's also going to be your idea.
No,
But I don't know.
No,
Right.
it's not like I would be okay with this today, but who knows tomorrow or yesterday. Like these are the kind of decisions I would make. I'm just saying, like, I would go, but clone me would go from I work every day to I work half the days. That sounds good to me,
Mhm.
right? They're never gonna think, okay, I get the full bank account, but I don't work any of the job. You know, they would be like, okay, let's split this now, and neither of
Hmm.
us work every other day. This is great. Anyway, that's what I would do.
Have you ever
Okay.
made a decision that in retrospect you regretted?
Sure.
Big or small?
Sure.
So like you're still going to make those,
Sure.
and so is your clone.
Sure.
And so they're going to mess with your life
Sure.
by making a decision that you're pretty sure you wouldn't have made.
No, that's not true. I think we would most of the time end up making the same decision.
Most of the
Most
time.
of the time.
That's
Yeah.
not all the time,
That's
though.
not all the time.
Yeah, most of the
on
time and all
bigger
the time are two
decisions, I
different
would
things.
consult with myself.
I love how Zach is so positive. Like, yeah, two of me. What could go wrong?
What? It's not like I'm going to completely change my personality. Like my clone is going to completely change
You
your
don't have
personality
to.
and become very unlike me.
But
You don't have
but
to.
what's going to happen is when there are now two of you, your path that you were going to be on is now changed, and like you're going to start adjusting who your personality is as they are, and then things are going to start to diverge.
No, I understand.
I don't
How
think
much
it's
has my
possible.
personality diverged in the last 20 years, Kyle?
Even if it doesn't totally diverge, there's a huge difference between you making a decision that you regret and somebody else making a decision for you that directly affects you in the
They're not
same way.
They're not like, I mean, nah, it's fine. I'll be very forgiving of my clone.
Look,
I'm not saying Duel is the end all be all of this conversation, but all of this comes up in that movie. And it's very like, unlike End of Oak Street, very seriously taken.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Not that the whole movie's dead serious, but
Yeah. But does she treat the clone as lesser than, or does she treat the clone as her equal?
she treats the clone as her hope in the beginning.
Right. No, after she's miraculously survives, then is she like
She
treat her as the inferior one?
She tries to live in peace.
So she does not treat them as inferior.
It's been a while, so I couldn't tell you for sure. It's possible that there is like an edge of like, she's definitely, once she survives, is like, okay, time to go back to normal. Clone, you can go now. Go live your life. And the
I would not do
clone's
that.
like,
no, I'd be like, move in.
Sure.
Yeah, again, you would say move in.
And so
what
would
do
he,
your
'cause he is
family
me.
and kids have to say about this?
Well, again, this is that. Let's not talk about that aspect of it.
Oh, okay. Let's just skip that part of my life
Well, this
altogether.
is
and say,
me more. If I'm in just it's just me I have to worry about.
Right. And what happens, like, so it's your work day, right?
Right.
It's not the clone's work day. They worked yesterday.
Yes.
And you come home and your kids tell you about all the fun they had with other daddy.
Well, again, I would say this. I probably would not. This gets too complicated for me to really want once I'm married. Okay.
Sure.
As a single person, I'm very okay with this, I think. But like,
What if it's just your parents?
that's fine.
I think it would be fine for a little while, and then eventually you'd be like, what's up with this? That's not me. That's
It
like
is me. It's totally me.
not you. At some point, there's going to be a divergence.
okay, so you're single. You have. Let me say clone. You have time travel. You. It's exact
Yeah.
same you, right?
We're
You're
not
single.
yeah.
Exact same you. You guys have this perfect. You have your ideal situation worked out, right? It's the working. It's all great. You meet someone. Okay, you meet someone who is your ideal person.
Perfect.
You know what? Other you also thinks it's ideal person.
I met them, so I get dibs.
And other you will be okay with that?
I'm not going to steal it away from my other me
How do you know that? Other you
because
is like,
I didn't steal girls away from my friends. Why would I steal it away from my closest friend?
but that's your ideal girl right there. And you don't have your ideal girl.
Hold on.
You have your ideal girl.
No, hold
You
on.
gotta watch Duel, man.
You're creating
You
this.
gotta watch Duel.
No, Duel is probably a very cheesy movie.
It covers all of this.
No, no, we're not. There's the girl would meet one of us, and then they would like spark an interest. Maybe like, of course, the other person would probably be attracted to them as well, but they would recognize like they met that person and hit it off with that person.
There wouldn't be jealousy.
I don't think so. They would meet their own person.
There wouldn't be. Okay. Interesting.
Do you try to steal your friends' girlfriends?
Well, not anymore.
So we've talked a lot about this scenario. Really, the movie has nothing to do with that.
No.
But and it's a very different scenario, right? In Duel, you got a clone that's being taught how to be the person. And,
Right,
you know, you have the genetics and the disposition, but you don't have the memories and stuff like
You
that.
don't have the experiences.
Yeah. In End of Oak Street, there's
They're
a
the
moment
exact person
where
minus a very traumatic experience.
Yeah,
Right.
a very traumatic 4 days. It's like one is, oh, here's my daughter in my whole life, and one is, here's this girl my daughter who like survived dinosaurs for 4 days
Right.
and is like, they're not even the same girl anymore.
which
right?
which speaking of which, in that final scene, you've got the daughter of the family and the daughter who lost her family during the dinosaur moment, and they're holding hands. And the original girl, or maybe not original, the one that didn't have to go face the dinosaurs, are showing up to the party with her family. So
Right.
I'm wondering if the dinosaur survivor girl is actually living with the family that survived it, or has become a part of their family. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They definitely don't go into that, but it was just interesting that she was there and holding hands with the girl that she survived with, and the other family comes into the frame like they just arrived.
All right, let
Did
me
you
ask
pick
you
up
the
some
same question,
clear
James.
subtext from that?
Sure.
Would you have
relationship also?
saved other James in that girl scenario, or would you have let other James die?
Having seen Duel, I would let them die.
Okay.
I mean, a very complicated world to have two Jameses. Have you ever seen Multiplicity?
No.
Well, that's a different. That's cloning.
It's another one. It's like somebody cloning, thinking things will get easier, does not get easier. Gets more complicated with two of you. Especially if you're trying to hide it, like he does in
Well, don't
Multiplicity.
try to hide it.
Even if you weren't trying to hide it.
Just be two different people that are very similar.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, I think it would get more complicated than you would imagine.
Haven't you guys seen The Prestige?
Yeah, I did.
That's-
Yeah, I don't know why he killed himself so many times. Just like move to a
No,
different country.
not
Everyone pick a
him.
country.
The other one.
Just
Like,
everyone
no,
picks a
I'm not
country.
talking Hugh Jackman. I'm talking
Oh,
Bale.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a bad situation.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Edward Norton, or no, not Edward Norton. Was it Edward
Christian Bale.
That's a different
Christian Bale.
magician movie.
Norton?
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
same
the
time.
other
yeah.
one. That's the other one. So
Yeah.
Okay, back to End of Oak Street.
You were
So-
asking, was there anything to read into that holding hands moment? I think there's definitely a winking going on throughout the
Multiple
movie.
times throughout the movie.
There
Yeah.
was a
so.
moment, yes.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
some
Okay.
reason, I don't know why, but yes.
Wow, Zach going really. I don't know why they didn't put that in there.
It was very
Jeez, Zach,
odd, right?
tell us.
I didn't think it was that odd.
It was
It's
just like-
odd in that we don't see it often. It's not odd in that that's real life, in my opinion.
I mean, it would have been love at first sight. Like,
Well, don't you believe in love at first sight, right?
yeah, but does this movie? Apparently.
Apparently.
Apparently. James, you did mention the name Spielberg
Mhm.
earlier, and there were definitely some Jurassic Park homages throughout this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like what?
Well, I mean, the first one that I picked up on was the when they were in the car in the garage, and I think it was like the Spinosaurus attacked or something, and that was very reminiscent of the Jeep attack from the first Jurassic Park.
Mhm.
Like so much of like the dinosaur's head hitting the car, the teeth coming through the ceiling, the roof.
The teeth coming through was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. There was another moment where there was like a stampede happening, and they hid under a car. They hid like under a car, and all the dinosaurs were like bouncing off the car. And I think that's from Jurassic Park. Is it the first one or the second one where they hide under the log as the
First one.
That's the first one also.
It happens in a bunch of them, but it definitely happened in the first one.
Right. I thought there was there a third one? Those are the two that stood out to me as like, oh, these are Jurassic Park moments.
I mean, other than just the general vibe, the setting, the time.
No, but yeah, I'm trying to think of like specific scenes that were homages to Jurassic
Yeah.
Park. Those are the two that stood out to me.
Sure. I mean, at this point, just having a dinosaur movie is an homage to Spielberg.
In Lost World, doesn't the T-Rex drink from a swimming pool?
That
I
makes
don't,
sense to me.
I don't remember if it drinks from it, but it's there's definitely a scene where it's near a swimming pool. But
I thought
he
I thought
probably
maybe
drinks
it
from it.
drank
I don't
from it.
remember.
So yeah.
I also rewatched David Robert Mitchum's two most recent movies, that being It Follows and Under the Silver Lake. And this fits tonally. It doesn't fit with the other two, but the other two don't fit with each other either, to be fair. But the style of shooting and kind of the
Diopler kind of.
We
didn't talk about that at all.
And that was interesting filmmaking choice
for sure.
When the family's sitting in the living room and the one person's face is super close to the camera and the other person is far back. Do you remember that?
Could you guys
Kyle?
explain this to me? I'm not following your.
So there's a scene where the four family members are sitting in their living room on the ground and they're talking about what they're going to do next.
Sure.
And he's cutting that 70s show style around the circle, and the person in the foreground is very close to the camera. Like you're seeing the pores on their face essentially, but you're looking at the person to their right.
Oh,
if that makes sense. Zach, are you trying to pull up a screenshot?
I'm trying to get
or
the word
something?
for it.
Yeah. And so it's just a very specific choice that you don't see in too many movies, having the foreground character who's typically starting the thought, you know what I mean? Asking the question, and then the person who gives the full answer is the one farther away from you. Typically you would just show the person answering or something.
Okay. It's called a split diopter shot. Okay. And it's a special half lens attachment, lets the cameras focus on a close object and a distant object at the same time. So unlike a deep focus, the space between their focal planes, there you can actually see a seam where, and I was looking for this on the wall too, where like
the two lenses are converging.
It happens in Jaws.
Mm-hmm. It's not on accident. Let's just say
it
it's
can't
a
be.
choice.
No, it's a very specific hardware that they use for that, and you never see it. I mean, it's so rare in movies that you have that, because it certainly calls attention to itself. Normally you use it when it's like people's reactions are super important and interesting, and like, but this was just, they're just having a conversation.
I'm seeing it was used in All the President's Men, where Robert Redford's like on the phone in the foreground. Now there's a pillar, which they kind of use the pillar for their blur.
Yeah.
And then there's all this newsroom action behind him. But again, they hide it in the pillar. So
I think it is a very artistic shot. I think it's super interesting.
yeah.
But it's also, it was just showed up in this movie. It's like, okay, well, that's a choice.
It's out of place in this movie. Not necessarily out of place. It's just pointless, maybe.
Yeah, it's called split diopter.
It's okay.
Diopter.
Yeah. That's cool.
There's a couple of that type of decision where you're just kind of like, okay, this is flashy for really no real reason that I could tell.
Yeah.
Also, the dinosaur effects, while good, were not like, they didn't like blow my socks off or anything. It was kind of par for the course when it comes to what I imagine these types of things would look like. I like the updating of the dinosaurs and stuff like that, but it's not like the CGI looked incredibly real in these environments.
Like lifelike on screen, right?
Yeah. I feel like there's a realistic version of even like the white snake part. The snake looked CGI.
Yeah, the snake for sure.
Is that snake a dinosaur? Like, were there giant snakes back then?
That was a question I had too.
Because like the rest of the dinosaurs I bought, I'm like, oh yeah, this looks like some sort of raptor, some sort of T-Rex like thing, pteranodons. But then I saw this giant snake. I was like, I don't know. That seems more like a alien creature than a dinosaur.
I like those huge turtles.
They look like Koopas from Mario.
Oh yeah, they're kind of hanging out. Yeah,
spiny shelled turtles.
Yeah. No. There were snakes that were 43 feet long, but that was after the dinosaurs went extinct.
Oh, the Titan boa. Yeah,
the Titan boa.
So maybe that
true snakes and dinosaurs during the Mesozoic, but the giant snakes evolved. Yeah, okay, so
that was like a filmmaker invention, basically,
right? Because that snake was enormous. Like it was super long and it was cool looking. Like it was it was probably the most suspenseful moments of the whole movie.
I mean, 43 feet might be realistic for how long it was.
No. It was longer than that in the movie.
Oh, no.
I mean,
That's like half a football field.
No, it went up a building,
Right.
through the window, down the hall, down the stairs, through and around the kitchen. And we hadn't even seen the end of it yet.
I thought by
that's
then
just-
the end was inside the house.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we ever saw the tail. And it's also, that's a sixth of a football
But
field.
even that, think of a 25-foot extension cord. How many of those have you now used like to follow that path?
Wait, 45 feet is not a sixth of a football field.
Yeah, 300 feet's a football field.
You're right. I was thinking
You're thinking yards.
feet were yards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that could have been yards. Yeah.
Sure.
45 yards. I could see that.
No, but I mean, the Titan, I'm looking over here. The Titan boa was 40 to 50 feet long.
Gotcha.
So I don't think,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. That was maybe the one non-dinosaur.
Ooh,
The rest of them, I
The
think,
Titan
were,
boa was big. I'm looking at pictures of this thing.
50 feet long is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this was meant to be a Titan boa. It just wasn't around at that time.
Yeah.
So the whole movie is grossly inaccurate.
The boa part I was fine with, even the stupidity of it occasionally. Like, how would it, if it got stabbed and or shot in its back, the back of its tail, how would it know exactly which door that happened from?
Mm-hmm.
Short of it not a snake not banging its head against a door.
Right.
How would it even know which door? But also it just felt out of, even not knowing that they didn't exist during dinosaur times, it felt out of place compared to the other dinosaurs.
It felt like, let's have a cool snake in here. Right?
Yeah.
There was also another scene where like there was characters talking in the foreground, and then in the background you saw like an Allosaurus, like something bigger than a T-Rex,
And
like
they don't
just
hear it.
walking towards them.
They don't hear it.
You don't hear a thing until it roars. Like that, I thought that was kind of dumb.
So many, like the T-Rex snuck up on them pretty much.
Yes.
This,
I was just like,
these are
you would
signals
hear
that the
the thing
movie doesn't want to
crashing.
be taken seriously, though. I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Also, this is a trope I don't like in dinosaur movies. You'd have this huge like Allosaurus or something, like just some giant Brachiosaurus. And he's just walking along and there's a car in front of him. He just steps on the car. Like I would think if you're an animal, you don't just willy-nilly step on every object you see. I think he would just kind of walk around the car. He
or
doesn't
step over it.
Yeah. He's not going to step on, like you don't like, there's a big rock. I don't know if it's wiggly or not. I'm going to just step on it, These
Like,
dinosaurs.
They're not smart, but they're not.
They're animals.
dumb.
They're not like, they have good instincts for like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
motion.
Yeah.
It totally took me out of the movie. I after that, it was unforgivable.
Why didn't it step to the right?
All right. Anything else? Spoilers that we must talk about with the end of Oak Street.
You're talking about the end of Oak Street.
Just anything in the end of
Okay.
Oak Street.
Okay.
I can't think of anything else. I did like that, like what's his name? The father, the guy who played the
Ewan
father.
McGregor?
Ewan McGregor was just a straight moron in this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he wants to do the best by his family, but the best he can think of is to deliver pizzas. You know what I mean? And he's a little prideful. You know what I mean? Doesn't want to tell his wife that he lost his job, and he's
So
trying to
his-
keep them all together. He's a little bit goofy, I would say.
His plan was I'm going to sell pizzas and not tell my wife, but I'm going to drive home into our driveway and then take the pizza sign off my car.
No, I think she knew he was delivering pizzas. She didn't understand why he had to do that.
She was embarrassed. That's why he took
Right.
it off, because she was embarrassed by the pizza.
I
sign.
thought when they're talking at the sink, she didn't know.
No, I think she knows. They've discussed it, and he said he wasn't going to do it anymore, and he's still doing it, and she doesn't understand why, and it's because he has no job.
Yeah, at the party, he's like, I'm gonna go deliver some pizzas. She goes, why? Why are you still doing that?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then later he tells her, I lost my job, and
I will say I'm glad that he didn't lose his job as an engineer. And then when the dinosaurs showed up, he came up with a bunch of contraptions.
no, agreed. I appreciate the fact that he was doofy dad and not super dad.
It was pretty doofy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought that worked better for this movie.
Yeah.
And also, like, comparatively, she's actually very smart and probably should be the breadwinner and probably should be running things. You know what I mean? Like, they present her as like the one that thinks about this, the author, you know what I mean?
I will say two things.
Mm-hmm.
One, when she picked up that rifle, you know the first thing I thought of? I was like, if Megan Peterson were back then, this would be Megan Peterson's character.
Oh, thank you.
Like, well, yeah, I've just like, from that point on, rifle on, I was like, Megan Peterson would do everything that she's doing.
what
She would
is
step up.
why
Does that make
would,
me Ewan McGregor? Then?
I don't know Megan as well as you do, so I have no idea. Is Megan violent or good with a rifle?
No,
or what are
she's
we
just
talking
not going to be
about?
the damsel in distress.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Yeah,
She can.
Meg's not going to roll over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd handle it.
Mhm.
Second thing I thought was that the basement flooded, and then just they never did anything with that.
You think there would have been like a dinosaur in the
a
water
water
moment.
dinosaur, yeah.
Yeah, or we have to go downstairs to get something. Like, nope, it was a emotional moment for Anne Hathaway because she lost her manuscript.
Yeah.
Also, it had to be set in the 80s because we couldn't have word processors.
Yeah, that's another thing that David Robert Mitchell does is like in all 4 of his movies, there's no real cell phones. Like even in It Follows, which they don't set it in a specific time. People have e-readers that are shaped like clams, but there's no cell phones in those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Under the Silver Lake, set in what looks like modern times, no cell phones. This one, they set it in a time when there definitely wouldn't be cell phones. Myth of American Sleepover, which was his first movie, period piece that has no cell phones. So I wonder if he's just going to keep making movies where he can just not address the cell phone.
Do you think he's just bitter that he wasn't given BlackBerry as a project? And so now he's just like, fine, I'll never use them.
Did he want BlackBerry?
Yeah,
or
I
did he
hadn't heard
here?
that he wanted a BlackBerry, but
You think he's going to go around telling people he lost a shot at BlackBerry?
I don't know. I still though am impressed that like It Follows was like a fairly well-known movie among movie fans, right? Which you'd assume most of Hollywood would be in that mix as well. And then they give him a little more money and A24 gets behind Under the Silver Lake. People don't like that movie quite as much.
I liked it.
And then Warner Brothers gives him $85 million to make a dinosaur movie. Like I just don't understand the the threads that lead from one to the other completely. I don't know.
I buy it.
You buy it.
I think
As an exec, you're like, yes, this is the guy we give $85 million to.
I think Hollywood is looking for directors that showed that they can have box office success with very low budgets. And so they think like, okay, we can control them and keep them under budget. So like there's someone that we know can deliver a movie without going over budget.
So you think it's more about budgets than it is like final output?
Yeah.
Okay. That could be. Did it feel like $85 million was on the screen in this movie?
I thought so. There's a lot of dinosaurs.
With the dinosaurs, yes.
And like big name actors.
Yeah, that's true. Also, when I was watching this movie, I kind of felt like maybe I'm over what's his name?
Oh, I definitely thought that. Ewan?
Yeah,
Ewan?
I think I'm over Ewan McGregor. I think I've had my fill, and I feel like maybe we don't have to see more Ewan McGregor movies. Which is sad to say, but like I don't know.
I guess I want to see him do something a little different. I mean, he didn't have to be Ewan McGregor in this movie, right? He was it was just a guy. So I'd like to see him do something maybe a little bit different with his acting. I mean, I don't know. I know him as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I know him as a Train Spotting guy.
Sure.
But I don't know if I can name a ton of them offhand.
Do you know him and Ridley Scott didn't talk for like 20 years? They had a feud
after Black Hawk Down.
I mean, what was it? Wasn't it Ewan McGregor that had like a bunch of texts in the Johnny Depp trial that were like pretty awful?
Oh, did he?
like
Wasn't
in
that you
support of Johnny Depp.
Him and Johnny Depp were friends,
Yeah.
and they talked. I mean, I don't talk to my friends the way they were talking to each other, but
I can vouch for that.
But they were talking about women in a very loose way in text messages, women and drugs. And a lot of those were introduced in the Depp Amber Heard defamation trial because she was like, she used it as like character evidence, essentially, that he's not the same guy that people assume he is. And I don't remember if it was Ewan McGregor. It might have been Paul Bettany, now that I think about it. I'm besmirching a lot of names here.
Which one's the misogynist, James?
I don't necessarily get them mixed up, but they're from the same era. You know what I mean? In my brain, anyway. Isn't Paul Bettany and Johnny Depp in the?
Yeah, it's Paul Bettany. You're thinking.
It's Paul Bettany. It's not.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And they were characterized as dark humor.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Ewan McGregor totally clean.
Absolved. Absolved of the Johnny Depp connection.
Zach or James had to drag his name through the mud for 5 minutes to be like,
hey, I got
or
there.
Or was the other guy? I can't remember.
I got there.
You got there. Yeah.
Yeah, and the texts will change your opinion of Paul Bettany.
Yeah, these texts are pretty bad.
That's interesting because I have an overall positive opinion on him just based on his roles and who he is in Hollywood.
Yeah. I mean, I think they were 2013 texts, so they were a while ago. Maybe he's been enlightened a little more since 2013. But a lot of locker room talk going on in those texts, I would say, for sure. Anyway, anything else? Spoilers for the end of Oak Street. All right. Anybody changing their Letterboxd rating?
I'm sick of 3.5.
All right.
3.
All right. 3 and a 3.5. Let's move on. Let's play a quick game. All right. We don't have to do this too long, but let's play a game that we played before. It's essentially Family Feud, but it's our version of it. So it's Film Feud. Film Feud.
Can we call it Duel?
Sure, I guess. Anyway, if you remember how Family Feud is played, essentially they poll 100 people, they ask them a question, and then they get all the answers. They compile the most common answers, and then they have two families compete against each other to try to figure out what those answers that those 100 people gave. And so there's an actual game called Family Feud Blockbuster Night Movie Edition that
No
I
colon
have
in there?
no colon as far as I can tell. So that's where we're getting the surveys from, and we're going to play our own version of it where we're playing against each other. Just to remind you guys, the way this game is played is we'll go round robin. I'll start, so you guys will be playing against each other.
Okay.
We'll basically bounce back and forth. So we're going to start with Zach. I'm going to give Zach the question of the survey, and then he's going to try to give me one answer that's on the board. If he does give me that one answer, he can choose to either name the rest of them within 3 wrong answers, or force Kyle to try to name the rest of them within 3 wrong answers.
No, he just gets one chance. Oh, yeah.
I get one chance to steal.
No,
Right.
or I can send it to him for 3 chances.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Right. If Kyle can't do it, it goes back to Zach. If Zach can name one more, he gets it. If Zach keeps the question with him and names all of them, he immediately gets it. All right. You'll understand as we go. So this is our first one. Zach, the makers of this game asked 100 people to give me the name of a movie with an epic car chase in it. Epic car chase movies. Out of 100 people, what did they say?
Okay. Fast and the Furious.
Number one guess. I should do some sound effects.
That's correct.
Can you guys hear that?
Yep.
All right. So that was correct. Number one answer with 32 answering Fast and the Furious.
How many answers are there on the board?
There are 8.
I'm going to send it to Kyle.
All right, Kyle, this is your chance to steal it. You're
Okay.
going to have to give me the other 7.
Oof.
You can get 3 wrong. The more you answer, the harder it is for Zach to steal it away from you.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Let's go the Born Identity.
No.
Ooh. Okay. Let's go Ronin.
But let me rephrase this. They asked 100 morons off the street.
So it probably won't be bullets then either.
Wait, does Ronan count though as a guess?
Yeah, it does. So you've got one more and 7 to choose from.
Okay, let's go more on movies. Gone in 60 Seconds.
That's correct.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like I was thinking of all the great car chase movies right there. Oh, The Italian Job.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Now you're in the zone.
Yep.
Movies average people might know of.
Did they say other Fast and Furious movies is the question, though? Probably not. No one's saying Steve McQueen Bullet. No one's saying The French Connection. If I had more guesses, I'd be going with these movies, but I don't think these people are saying these.
Okay.
I'm just giving Zach more ideas too to steal if he needs it.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't say them out
Oh,
loud.
don't worry. I knew about Bullet, but I'm not necessarily going to say it.
Have you heard of Bullet? Okay. I'm trying to think of like I just can't believe it wasn't Born Identity. That just seems like such an obvious one. Same. Let's go 2000s. Let's say someone said. So did Zach say? Is number one answer The Fast and the Furious?
Number one answer is Fast and Furious.
Okay, I'm gonna go with The Fast and the Furious. No. Okay. All right.
All right, Zach.
All right. If this was actually a Family Feud, I think a generic answer like this would count. I don't know if this game is actually going to do that or not, but I'm going to say James Bond.
Nope.
Okay.
Point goes to Kyle.
Okay.
The ones you guys missed. Number 2 with 15 answers, Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, that whole movie's about a race. There's tons of car chasing in it.
Yeah.
An illegal race across the country. Number 3, Speed.
No. Oh, my
Not a
goodness.
car chase.
There's no
Bus.
car chase.
Well, that's fine.
They're kind of, they're chasing a
No.
bus, but
Who's chasing the bus?
No one's chasing the bus.
the police chase the bus.
Well, they don't need to,
They're not allowed to chase the bus.
Well, they follow the bus from behind it.
and they're not chasing a car.
It's no car
They're
chasing.
following the bus. They're
Again,
not yeah.
Morons.
Yeah.
Number 4, speaking of morons, Bullet.
Speed.
Bullet.
Oh.
Number 5, The French Connection.
Oh
Yeah,
my
no,
goodness.
That's a super famous car chase.
I can't believe I didn't say those.
Number 6, Gone in 60 Seconds. I thought maybe you'd come up with that one, Kyle,
He did.
I did. That's the. I did say that one.
but not as an actual answer, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. No, I said it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
I gave it to
that-
you.
Yeah.
Well, after you said morons, then
Yeah.
I said okay. Gone
And
in
then you
60
said you were in the
seconds.
zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only other one you didn't get, The Blues Brothers.
Okay, that's got a lot of car chases.
All right.
I should have said bullet or yeah. At least I talked Zach out of saying them.
You
Yep.
did. You did.
Yeah.
Because both French Connection and Bullet were the two that I immediately thought of when I heard the question.
Right.
But then I was like, well, James Bond is like maybe something people would say.
You still got the question, which is good. Let's do 2 each as host, okay? That way
Perfect.
that way each of us gets a chance with each other to be first. So this one goes to Kyle first. Kyle, we asked 100 average people on the street
100 morons. Got it.
to name a comedy actor who is also famous for playing dramatic roles.
Robin Williams.
Number 1 answer, Robin
Okay.
Williams. There are 8 answers on this question. Do you want to try to get all 8 or pass them to Zach?
I'm gonna throw this to Zach.
All right, Zach. Name a comedy actor who is also famous for playing dramatic roles.
All right, Jim Carrey,
You say Jim Carrey?
That's correct.
Bill Murray.
Oh,
Oh, okay. No one saw those movies. Okay.
Zach got thrown off already. You so confident.
Jamie Foxx. Okay.
Two
So
down.
is-
One more.
Is it a comedic actor that also plays serious roles?
Name a comedy actor who is also famous for playing dramatic roles.
Oh man. So I have to think if these people would be considered dramatic roles or not. Because I have some comedic actors in mind. But did they do dramatic roles or they just I don't like this question. I'll say Adam Sandler.
That's correct.
Good. That's good.
Okay.
You got Robin Williams, Adam Sandler, and Jim Carrey.
I'll say Eddie Murphy.
Nope. That's your three. Kyle, there is 7 people on this. No, there are 5 people on this card that could
So-
give you the win.
Zach got Eddie Murphy, Bill Murray. What was the third one? Jamie Foxx.
Right. Those were the ones you
Okay.
got wrong.
How about Steve Martin?
You say Steve Martin?
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
All right.
He won another one, Zach.
What Steve Martin movie are they watching?
The Spanish Prisoner, obviously.
That's what I'm. How many people said Steve Martin?
I can't, 6 of them.
Okay.
I can't think of too many that don't have a comedic edge on them on some level.
Sure.
For sure.
All right. Well done.
I'm surprised that Bill Murray was not on that list. 'Cause
The-
that was my next answer.
The ones you didn't get, Tom Hanks was number 2. Started out as a comedic actor
Yeah,
and
true.
eventually became a
Sure.
serious actor.
Bosom buddies.
Right. Then you've got Steve Carell.
Okay.
Okay.
Will Smith.
I mean, yeah,
Interesting.
it's fresh.
Okay.
I would say started out as a rapper, then became a comedic actor,
Yeah.
then maybe became a dramatic actor. And the last one kind of makes sense. Woody Harrelson.
That would have crossed my mind at all.
Right. But he was on Cheers on a sitcom
That's true.
in a
Yeah.
comedic role for many years before he became a
Sure.
movie star. And oddly enough, in movies, he's not funny at all. I would say. I can't think of a comedy where
Yeah, I just would never have thought about him as an answer to this question.
right, for sure.
Okay.
Okay. So far, Kyle is cleaning house.
Yeah, he is. All right.
I'll go next then, so that
All right.
give you guys a chance to play.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's start with let's give James a shot here.
Okay.
Name a movie that stars Denzel Washington. And we've asked 100 morons. Sorry, 100 average Americans.
Stars Denzel Washington.
Uh-huh.
Training
There-
Day.
Training Day is number one answer.
Okay.
There are 4 more on the board.
Only so there's 5 total.
There's 5 total.
5 total.
I'll tell you, Training Day has 36%.
Is it number one answer?
Was it the number one answer?
Yes, number one answer. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
5 total. 5
I
total.
believe you said total, not total.
total.
5 total.
Total. I'm gonna, because I'm awful at coming up with movie titles, I'm gonna pass this off to Zach.
All right, Zach.
All right. Malcolm X. Really?
Really?
Glory.
Uh-uh.
Oh, this is brutal.
Yeah,
The Equalizer.
incorrect.
That's 3.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
So I just got to come up with one more that might be on this list.
You need to come up with one Denzel Washington movie.
Sure. I mean, what do people think of when they think of Denzel Washington?
I would love
Obviously
it if
not
one of
Malcolm
these
X
was
or
not even.
Equalizer.
I would love it if one of these answers is not even a Denzel Washington movie.
No, these are all Denzel Washington movies.
Okay.
Malcolm
X.
X is definitely the best answer for this. I'm shocked that was not on here because I definitely think of him when I think of that movie.
Well, I think Training Day is the best answer.
Sure, but
Right,
of
yeah.
the ones Zach gave, I'm glad he picked Malcolm X because that would be my answer right now if he hadn't
think-
guessed it.
Didn't he win the Oscar for Glory?
I don't know.
Supporting, I believe. Or at least not.
Yeah, it's
I-
way worse.
Glory put him on the map.
I don't know what people think about when they think about Denzel if they're not thinking about Malcolm X. So I'm going to say Deja Vu.
Incorrect.
Ah,
Oh, so still goes to Zach.
Yes.
All right.
Is it Man on Fire?
Okay, so number two.
That's a good guess.
Number 2 is Fences.
Okay. Yeah.
These came out in like 2019.
Yeah,
I think that
also
movie was
we should say, yeah, it's dated
Yeah,
2019.
2019. Number 3, Man on Fire. Number 4, John Q. Then number 5, Flight.
John Q. Flight, I think, is a good answer. John Q.
You guys remember John Q?
Even people that like that movie don't think about that movie.
Not a great movie. Okay.
All right, hit us.
I'm not gonna do this next one because it's actually too similar to one we just did.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go to the bottom one. We asked 100 people, and this is the question. This is for Zach first, I should say. Give me the title of a family movie about at least one alien.
Give me the title of a family movie with at least one alien.
About at least one alien.
Okay. E.T., the extraterrestrial.
That's the number one answer at 82.
Holy cow. Neither of us are going to get this, Zach.
There's 3 more. I don't know. I mean, I guess
Okay, I'm gonna
they tell you that
I'm
stuff.
gonna do it.
Okay.
You're going to do it.
Okay. There's 3 more.
Coneheads.
Incorrect.
Men in Black.
That's the number 2 answer at 6.
That's correct.
Flight of the Navigator.
Incorrect.
Okay, so I get one more guess. So this is a
You get one
family
more.
movie.
That's correct.
What's going on?
Read the prompt again.
Give me the title of a family movie about at least one alien. You already have E.T., which is 82, number 1. Then Men in Black, number 2 at 6. I need one more. There's 2 left.
2 left. Well, how much did Men in Black have?
6.
Okay, so I'm dealing with 12%. 12 people gave these 2 answers, so about 6 each. With an alien in it.
With at least one alien.
Okay. I'm just crossing off all the movies that are not it. And so by process of elimination, leaving only 2 answers, of which I will choose between. Space Jam.
Incorrect.
Mm. Can
James,
you read it to me one more time?
Sure. If you get this, James, I'm going to stand up and give you an ovation.
Okay.
Give me the title of a family movie about at least one alien.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Mac and Me.
Incorrect.
Lilo and Stitch.
Nope. You guys forgot about My Favorite Martian.
Okay. Yep. I did.
And of course, everyone's favorite, Aliens in the Attic.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, technically, Zach gets that, right?
Zach does get it.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, Kyle, we're tied. So
Go ahead.
if
Oh,
you
wait,
get any of the ones where I give James and you, then you win.
Oh, well, that's perfect. All right.
Okay. James,
Mm-hmm. I'm ready. Hit me.
do you want the easy one or the hard one to come to you?
To come to me?
I mean, do you want to be the one that guesses first on the easy one or the hard one?
I want for you to pick.
Okay. James.
I want for you to pick without weighting this in your favor because you're tied with Kyle.
That didn't occur to me, James. I picked the one that I thought you would shine the best at.
Right, which would weight it, right, against Kyle.
Oh, but again, I didn't think about that in terms of how it would affect my win, just how it would affect your
Sure.
how you would look on the show.
Also, you didn't acknowledge that I could get both of these and we'd all be tied, but
No,
it's
I
not
do
possible.
acknowledge that. No, I would love that. I would be obsessed with that. James, top 6 answers are on the board.
Okay.
Name an actress with the first name Jennifer.
Aniston.
Number 2 answer.
Nice.
That's correct.
5 more answers. Would you like to play or pass?
Pass.
Kyle,
Okay. Connolly.
that's correct.
That's correct.
3 people
Jake.
agreed with you.
How many did?
3.
Oh, come on, people. Jason Lee.
Incorrect.
Ooh. Okay. Love Hewitt.
Incorrect.
What?
No.
Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I have one, but I feel like the one I have is not a good answer. If Love Hewitt and Jason Lee weren't on there. McCarthy.
Incorrect.
Okay. That wasn't my one, but
All right, James, you have 5 actresses with the first name Jennifer that you can name. Can you name one?
It's between 2 of them. One is like a longtime legacy person that might not.
Do you want to talk out loud since it doesn't matter?
Sure.
Who are you considering?
The 2 that I'm considering are Jennifer Coolidge, right? From all the mockumentary movies, and she's been around. She's been around. And lately she's been around a lot. She like won an Emmy for a show, Hacks or whatever it's called, and she was
White Lotus.
She was on White Lotus. Yeah, like TV, she's killing it. And then you have Jennifer Lawrence, who was very famous in the 2010s. And I think most people know the name Jennifer Lawrence, probably more than Jennifer Coolidge. So I'm going to go Jennifer Lawrence.
Number 1 answer.
I can't believe
That's
I missed
correct.
that
Yeah.
one.
I mean, of course, Jennifer Lawrence is more than Jennifer Coolidge.
Is
I just-
Coolidge on the list at all?
No, of course not.
Okay,
Okay.
That was the other one in my head. I can't believe I missed Lawrence.
Jennifer
After
Lawrence.
Aniston, Coolidge was like the one I remembered right
Gotcha.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
James, you stole that.
Wow. Nice job, James.
Here's all of these names were gettable.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence, Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Lopez,
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Jennifer Garner.
I only think of Jennifer Lopez as a dancer on sketch comedy shows.
Okay.
I think it was J Lo. So.
Jennifer Hudson
Okay.
and Jennifer Connelly.
I just I'm deep with my Jennifers. So
Yeah. Seriously. Okay. Kyle, top
Yeah.
6 answers on the board. Give me the name of a movie starring Helen Mirren.
The Queen.
The number 1 answer.
That's correct.
Do you want to play or
It's-
pass?
It's 6.
6 answers, yes.
Okay. Here's kind of the cool thing here. Either James wins and we all tie, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Or I win.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like it's a win-win for me here. So
Well, it's a win tie.
it's a win tie. But like I feel that like emotionally I'm happy either way this goes.
Okay.
Well, great.
It's still not a win though.
Well, how low?
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play.
Okay.
Okay.
Name the movie starring Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren. So I already have the Queen. And Queen was number 1 answer, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go Red.
Number 2 answer.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that
Let's
Kayla?
go. Yeah. Let's go Eye in the Sky.
Incorrect.
Okay.
No.
Let's go The Fate of the Furious.
Incorrect.
Okay. Crap.
No.
Let's go Red 2.
Incorrect.
Okay.
All right,
No.
James, you have a chance to steal, thereby providing one of Kyle's 2 preferred outcomes.
Yes.
Right.
Can you think of another movie starring Helen Mirren
Can you give me the movies again?
The Queen,
Mm-hmm.
Red, and 4 more.
What were the wrong answers he gave? I was playing with the soundboard.
I said The Fate of the Furious.
Uh-huh.
I said Red 2,
Okay.
and I don't remember what. Oh, Eye in the Sky.
Okay. Horrible answers, Kyle. Let me see if I can come up with a better one.
Come up, if you can pull out the Jennifer Lawrence of answers, I'd be impressed again. So,
what do people know Helen Mirren for other than the Queen? That seems to be like her main thing. She's got some like old movies, right, that people love that are. Have you ever seen a photo of Helen Mirren from back in the day?
Yeah.
oh yeah, from like the 60s. Yeah.
She was quite a looker.
Okay.
Just saying, she was like, my experience of Helen Mirren was when she was much later in life.
Yeah.
And so you see photos and you're like, oh, that's why beyond her acting ability, people wanted to put her in movies for sure. Let me see if I can come up with a name here though for Helen Mirren. I'm not sure I can come up with one Helen Mirren movie.
Can you think of a better answer than my terrible answers?
No, mine would be equally terrible, clearly. How about I think I'm confusing her with
Dame Judi Dench.
no. The person who was the actress who was in the Magic Lamp movie.
Aladdin.
No.
Magic Lamp.
The one directed by the Mad Max guy.
The George Miller.
The
Magic
actress who
Lamp?
played Tar.
Kate Blanchett.
Right. I'm confusing her with Kate Blanchett. Every movie that comes to my mind, I'm like, nah, that was Kate Blanchett.
She had a magic lamp.
That directed by George Miller. I'm trying to figure out
Yeah,
what movie
George
this
Miller
is.
directed a movie. Zach, you saw it.
Oh, 1,000 Years of Solitude.
1,000 Years of Solitude.
And that's Tilda Swinton. That's
Okay,
like-
well then I'm confusing all of them. Confusing all my older actresses.
1,000 Years of Solitude was a very interesting movie.
For sure.
or 500 Years. 1,000 Years of Solitude is like this.
That's a
Siddhartha
book by
Yeah.
Garcia.
It was too long, but messy in a fun way, for sure.
Yeah.
Wasn't she in the Make 'Em Squeal movie? You know what I'm talking about? Hey, Piggy, I'm going to make you squeal.
Oh, I know movies.
It's like the backwoods people. What's the rule on this one? If you can describe a movie enough that the other person's know what you're talking about, then it counts?
I think
Or do you have
Steve
to
Harvey
say
wants an answer.
Okay, so I got to give an answer.
Say something outrageous and then I'll make a joke about it. Well, to stall.
I just compared 3 actresses who are dissimilar in every way other than being older. That wasn't outrageous enough.
I don't even think Kate Blanchett or Tilda Swinton are that old compared to Helen Mirren. Like Helen
They're-
Mirren's
they're younger.
20 years on her.
They're younger, but they're
Yeah.
all older than me. You know what I'm talking about? They're like in the backwoods of Mississippi or something, and a bunch of backwoods people are torturing them. Deer Hunter is not the name of the movie, but I'm going to go with Deer Hunter just to stop the pain.
Are you thinking of Deliverance?
I'm
James?
thinking of Deliverance.
You
Is
think
Deliverance
Deliverance,
on
yeah.
there?
Well, I just didn't want to put my finger on the
I think it
scale.
was Deliverance.
But
Deer
he guessed
Hunter
Deer
is
Hunter.
not on the list.
Yeah.
Deer
That's,
Hunter. Is Deliverance on the list?
Deliverance is not on the list.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better.
Deer Hunter's Meryl Streep,
No.
isn't it?
No.
What am I thinking of? Is there a movie that she's in that's in that same world that's on that list? Oh, you can't say because now it's Kyle's turn.
No.
You were stealing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I already won.
Kyle won.
The answers that you
Mhm.
did not get: Arthur,
Okay.
I've seen that movie, would have never guessed that.
Catherine the Great.
Never in my life have I even heard of that movie.
This is the one that I would have guessed.
Okay.
Excalibur.
Nope.
Oh, that's the older movie that you're thinking.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's 80s, right?
Have
With
you
the-
seen Excalibur, James?
Yes, because I think you made me watch it.
I don't think I made you watch Excalibur.
I mean, like at one point we agreed to watch it because of the show.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did either. I have it on my watch list, not watched on Letterboxd. So I think you're right.
James, if you want an oddity, you have to watch Excalibur. It's such an odd
Okay.
existence. There's no reason for this movie to exist. Do you own it on 4K? Or like, do you own it on Criterion?
No. It's out on Criterion, Excalibur?
I don't know.
I don't
I don't
think it is.
Could be. Hard to say. And then Calendar Girls.
Oh, you know what I should have guessed, which would have been wrong, but at least is a better guess than what I came up with? Barbie.
Was
She
in Barbie?
plays Barbie's creator in Barbie.
In 2019, she didn't though.
Right. That's why I said it would have been
Oh.
a bad guess for a game that came out in 2019, but it would have been a better guess than what I guessed.
Also, she's not Barbie's creator. She's the narrator. Rhea Perlman's Barbie's creator.
I think you're right.
James getting all his old ladies mixed up to this episode.
I really am, for sure. Evidently, she was also in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I don't remember her in that.
Yeah.
She was in The Long Good Friday. I'm trying to figure out what movie
I
I'm
remember
thinking
that.
Oh, she played
Yeah.
the computer in Hitchhiker's Guide.
of. Okay.
Like the voice of the computer.
That's
Yeah.
why I wouldn't remember it. Trumbo,
Yeah, sure.
State of Play, and of course, The 100-Foot Journey.
Which
I saw that.
that was another one I was gonna maybe guess, but I didn't know if that was on people's lists
I
or
think
not. So
Kyle made us watch that, right? At some point.
I don't know if I've seen it. I think I might own it, but I don't know if I made you watch.
James,
it.
I
It's
watched
good.
that at our old job.
The 100-Foot Journey?
Yeah.
Like instead of working?
No, it was after hours. I was just there late.
Oh, okay. You could admit it if it was during work hours.
It wasn't though. It was after hours. I was there late.
Did you ever watch a movie during work hours?
Sure,
So did I.
but not 100-yard journey.
Eye in the Sky was a good pull, though. I would have guessed that. I could have gotten to Eye in the Sky.
Yeah, I was hoping maybe that was you up there. So. Oh, well.
She was also a voice in Prince of Egypt. It's a movie I've never seen.
Oh, it's good. You should see it.
And Monsters University, which I have no memories of. All right. Thank you for joining us for this episode 740 of the Cinereelists. We appreciate your listenership. Don't forget, there's a video version on YouTube. Check it out. Support us on Patreon. Leave us an Apple Podcast review or send us an email. heyguys@cinereelist.com. Links in the description if you want that vintage t-shirt from the 2002 M. Night Shyamalan movie Signs. The deadline is episode 750. That's 10 episodes from now. So you got a little bit of time, but you also have a deadline. So get those
You better get on it.
entries in, links in the description. You could also follow us on social media on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok at Cinereelists, or follow me on my personal Blue Sky or Letterboxd account at YoJRB.
You can follow me on Twitter or Letterboxd at Chauvin.
Find me on Letterboxd at Peter SKB.
We will be back next week with the micro thriller It Ends, which is going to be in theaters next weekend. Check it out. And we'll meet you guys back here for an existential conversation, I would say. No spoilers here. But also a movie that was in my top 20. So if you are also, don't read up on the movie. Just watch it as cold as possible, I would say. I would make that suggestion to everybody listening right now. As cold as possible. Go see It Ends. But yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, keep it cinereal.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.